Welcome everybody to day 4 here at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cape Verde. It is the day. This is the days that we are going to see who is going to take the key to the castle. We are going to see who is going to be crowned the champion here in Punta Preta. As you can see now, we're just going to be starting off with the ladies. We have Odile Cavin, from local from here from Cape Verde, originally from Switzerland, riding Elevate kites, and we have Ines Correa from Portugal, also a local here. She will be riding the duotone kites. So here you have white lycra, Ines Correa just dropping in on one of these first waves. Let's see what she's got for us. So we have 15-minute heats with a 2-minute transition. Ines opening up a couple of returns. Unfortunately, just getting underneath that leap. You can see as the waves are a little bit smaller today and the tide is very low, they're having a little bit of difficulty on the inside section of these waves. We want them to be further up the reef. This is what we need. We need them to be right in the pocket. The judges' judging criteria, 100% waves. What they're looking for is they're looking for power, they're looking for turns, they're looking for sleeves, they're looking for the, you know, that little X factor that will make them the champion here in Punta Preta. So Ines Correa, a little bit background info from her. She was 2010 champion, no stranger when it comes to waves, and knows Punta Preta off by heart, has a little bit more local knowledge here, but Odile Cavin has been absolutely ripping during the whole event. Very impressive to see her on these waves. Bottom turn, tut turns, very nice verticality, hitting the wave right in the pocket. And hey, that is why she is so far forward here in this competition. So on your screen now, you can see orange lycra, Elevate kites, just planing out to the back. Punta Preta, especially when the waves are a little smaller, you have to be in position, you have to be in the right place. The sets are far and few between. You want to be in that key position to be able to get those good sets. You know, these are the final rounds of the double elimination here in Cape Verde. You know, it's do or die. You have to be on your game, and we want to be getting those top scores. Those are the ones that are going to give you the crown, that they're going to give you the opportunity to keep battling it out against the world best. And here we have Odile Cavin dropping in on a wave. Coming down the face, you can see her letting out the power in the kite so she doesn't get pulled back. There you go, nice turn at the top there. Coming down the bottom, let's see if she connects with another section. There you go, second section one more time. Wind looks a little bit offshore there. We have to, you know, they have to keep that kite sheeted out and power up it right in the right moment there. That's a really nice turn from Ines Correa. Joining, oh, face plant. Unfortunately, just losing the front edge there and nose diving. Still, good waves from both of these girls. Let's see, we'll be interested to get a couple of scores up on the board. Very close, early days in the heat, still over 11.5 minutes, but both of these girls keeping it busy. As you can see there, Ines Correa, a little bit more verticality. Still, we want to see them going further out to the flats, letting go in that bar, digging that front roll in, coming off of the top, letting the tail loose, giving us, you know, that photo finish, that moment where you can see that back leg extended out and absolutely pushing against the wave. But this is what we're talking about. Odile Cavin, you know, she is absolutely ripping out there. There you go, a 4.5. So she is ahead at the moment over Ines Correa. Looks like Punta Preta is starting to wake up. You can see on the back there a few little lines coming through, and as the tide is pushing forward and we get to the final rounds of this double elimination, we will be seeing why they call Punta Preta the best right-hander in kitesurfing. Front and center, orange lycra, Elevate rider Odile from Switzerland. Dropping in a wave, looking back, making sure she's in that section. We want to be hitting this wave in the pocket. Eyeing up the first bit of the face. Unfortunately, looks like it's flattening out a little bit. Is she going to run it all the way down to... Yeah, going to get a couple turns, but that's not going to be a high scoring with the judges there. Oh, she's trying to get the little cover up there. Yeah, nice. good to see the girls pushing the level. I mean, the improvement of the ladies riding over the last few years is incredible. These girls are chargers. They are absolutely ripping, you know, no matter what the size, no matter how big it is, how powerful these waves are, you can just see they have a smile on their face and they want to go and prove to everybody that they can kill Punta Preta. Some nice sets coming there. We can barely even see the riders. The waves are pumping. Ines Correa, I can see out of the corner of my booth. Looks like she's got a wave. White Lycra 2010 wave champion, engaging that front rail off the top. Want to be seeing a little bit more verticality if she's going to get those higher scores. Better loosening up that tail, keeping it, you know, goosey-loosey, as Josh Angulo would say. Mentioning Josh Angulo will be joining us for the final rounds of this double elimination. So really, really good to see one of the top windsurfers, legends of the world, is going to be sitting here in the booth and we'll be commentating these finals for you. We can see Odile again. Both of these girls, waves for waves, you know, got to keep busy. But on the back, I can see a very nice set coming through it. It's as if we've just turned the wave machine on. Our organizer, Joe Silva, said he has been praying to the gods of Punta Preta for the last 2 weeks to make sure that we have these amazing conditions. And what conditions we've had. You know, day 4 of the event, we've had wave upon wave upon wave. And this is why Punta Preta is world known for its quality. Just see how it peels. Look at that beautiful image where you can just see the wave peeling from the right hand side of your screen. Oh, unfortunately, I could see Odile's kite there had a little bit of an issue. There are some very fluky sections here. The wind on the inside gets gusty, but still, they are the best of the best and they will give you the best show. Ines Correa just eyeing up the bottom edge here of the competition area. That was a really good set that came through. You can see Punta Preta starting to push. Obviously, the tide's on the way up. So we will be seeing some of those bombs coming in on the right-hand side of your screen during the day. But as we're standing, both of the girls have had some good waves on the scoreboard. Let's see how they're standing. But I have a feeling Ines Correa could be slightly in the lead, but I did miss that last wave from Odile. So yeah, there you go. So Ines is in the lead, but not by much. She's only winning by 1.83 of a point. So what Odile needs is a 5-point ride. More than capable of pulling the 5-point ride off. And hey, this might be it right now. So Orange Lycra dropping in from Switzerland. Odile Cavin, let's see what she's got for us. Just playing it patience. The waves flattened off a bit. You know, wave selection is key. As we were mentioned during the competition, every rider has a 15 wave count, so it means they can only have 15 waves on the scorecards, and as soon as they get past that, the judges don't even look at them. Top 2 wave scores. How is the scoring done? So let's talk a little bit about judging criteria here. We're looking for verticality, we're looking for power, hitting the wave in that crucial moment, what we would call it, hitting it in the pocket. We want turns, we want cutbacks, we want airs, we want barrels. This is what the judges are looking to crown the champion here of Punta Preta. When it comes to the judges, there are 5 judges, so a 5 judging panel. When a girl gets on the wave, what they do is they take the best score and the lowest score out, and it is the average of the middle 3 scores from the judges. That is the number that you will see on your screen. That's the fairest way of doing it, and we have the top 5 judges in the world here, and this is the GKA Kitesurf World Cup. Odile coming down a very nice wave. A little bit of a straight line as she's having to push off hard. You can see her just letting go in the hand, so she releases that power. Punta Preta, the wave is so fast that sometimes you really need to sheet your kite out. And as a lot of the riders were mentioning yesterday, you have to have that kite forward. That's what allows you to get back on the waves, to hit the lip and absolutely get flying and come land back on the wave. So some scores we can see Inés Correa from Portugal, 4.73, 4.77. Two mediocre, good scores. You know, nice to get a few numbers on the boards, but we know she's capable of much better. And we can see Odile Cavien being a little bit more busy, but needs to get a few more turns on. Inés is very vertical, very powerful, but early days, still 4 minutes 15 left. So, and look at that image, left-hander and right-hander. That left-hander that you just saw go off of your screen is what they call here, they even call it pipe. Only a few riders use that wave, you know, the likes of Ayrton Cosolino and the likes of Mito. And talking about Ayrton Cosolino, he is going to be coming up next. So the next heat on the water is going to be between the two duotone riders. Ayrton Cosolino, 2018 world champion, will be versing Sebastian Ribeiro, teammate from duotone from Brazil. That is going to be an amazing heat. Both of these guys are absolutely ripping, and I can't wait to see this in just over 7 minutes to go to see that heat on the water. Here we have front and center Odile Cavien, just trailing by a 1.8. She is in the orange lycra and the waves are starting to pumping. I can't even see her behind that Punta Preta beast. You can see Odile just making sure she's in the right position. Very nice wave. This is turning up to be a beast. It's nice top turn. You can see the amount of speed she has off the top. Can she make it down? No, unfortunately. And Inés Correa powering into a very nice wave. Going to engage that front rail off the top. Just get that kite a little bit lower. One more turn. Little bit in the middle of the wave, a bit of a flat turn. We want to see the girls opening up, go into that flat so they can turn in, engage that bottom rail, come off the top and let that tail loose. You know, we've been seeing at the moment the single elimination winner, Muna White, comboing at about a 17 points. Very impressive riding from the Hawaiian, and the reason she's getting those higher scores is because she really is going vertical. She is letting that tail loose, reading the wave. Both of the girls on the water now have very good wave selection. Just need to up their surfing game a little bit, but hey, I mean, easier said than done. I was out there the other day. The wind is gusty. Some of these waves are so powerful. It may look easy, but guarantee you it isn't. And they are keeping very busy. Here we have the Swiss lady Odile coming down, trying to use everything to brake so she doesn't get too much speed and go out on the shoulder. Eyeing up a section off the top, pushing the tail out a bit better. Still want to see a little bit more verticality. Nice little turn. Still needs to get that kite a little bit further forward so she doesn't get pulled off the back. Inés Correa, boom, letting the tail loose, spraying everybody in the backside there. One more time, joining with a section. This is going to be a better score from the Portuguese lady. She's joined sections, unfortunately has decided to bail on that wave because it did look like a closeout. So just under a minute here, so interesting to get some scores up. I think Inés Correa still has the upper hand. Yep, an 11.17 against an 8-point from Odile. Still, as Josh said yesterday, it only takes 2 waves. You know, you can get a killer, and we have seen in the single elimination how the likes of like James Carew beating a lot of his riders in the closing seconds of the heat. So this could be that wave. Off the top, much better. You can see she's getting a little bit more verticality. Obviously, first heat on the wave, you know, Very hard to get in sync automatically, but still, you know, best of the best out there, and these are the final rounds of the double elimination. Trying to get that little cover up, unfortunately not quite making it. Still one of the better waves there from Kevil. Not sure if we'll get the win there, but still very good riding. See if we can get some scores up to see the final decision. So yeah, Ines Correa winning only by 1 point, but Ines Correa will be going through to the next round, and she will be joining Frances Kelly in heat number 24. But up next on the water, we are going to have Ayrton Cosolino is going to be going up against the Brazilian Sebastián Ribeiro.
Este é o Carlos e este é o Lucas. A única coisa que têm em comum é a grande amizade que os une. Carlos é o mais seguro e relaxado. Como sabe que mais vale prevenir que remediar, tem um seguro garantia para cada imprevisto. No dia a dia, na saúde, na vida e no futuro. Assim, está sempre na boa. Já o Lucas anda sempre preocupado com o que pode correr mal. E não é para menos. Ainda este ano foram de férias juntos. Para o Carlos, foram umas férias super descansadas, porque tinha o seguro de viagem e de assistência em viagem da garantia, que o protegia em caso de perda ou extravio das malas e ainda lhe garantia assistência médica. Já o Lucas quase nem saiu do hotel, com medo de ter um acidente ou apanhar alguma doença, porque não estaria protegido. Já a família, o património e o futuro do Carlos estarão sempre bem protegidos. Isso é garantido. Ou melhor, é Garantia Seguros.
And we're back, and I think I'm going to start standing up. I'm getting excited here. We have Ayrton Cosolino versus Sebastián Ribeiro. These are two of the most powerful riders on the tour, and they're going to be going out at Punta Preta. The waves are starting to pump. We can see some of those little barrels. We want to see some of the bigger barrels that we've called them cathedrals. So Ayrton Cosolino front and center, orange lycra, eyeing up the first wave on the buzzer. 15-minute heat, 15 minutes of action coming your way. Just sticking my head out the side of the booth here. I'm too excited. I can see both of these duotone riders on the red Neos, but orange lycra front and center. Ayrton Cosolino dropping in for the first wave of the heat. Just getting a little tuck up, getting that barrel. That's the way you start a heat, but these are the final rounds. This is do or die. This is what it's about. These guys are the best of the best, and it's moments like these that, you know, set them apart, and they live for this adrenaline, this power. Here we can see the Brazilian just dropping on that first wave, not liking what he sees. Every wave counts here. You know, the scores are going to have to be in the top 8s and the top 9 to get past either of these riders, so it's on. Sebastián Ribeiro, boom, off the top, letting the tail loose. He's known as one of the better surfers here on tour. You can see that surf style, just letting go of the kite. You can see just getting a little bit too much speed. Talking about speed, Ayrton Cosolino, absolute bomb, barreling if there's no tomorrow. Then coming out off the top, letting that tail loose, and this is the air. And does he land it? He does on the back of the wave, but still that initial barrel. I mean, if you're going to start a heat, why not start a heat with an amazing tube ride? The judges are scoring the tube rides very highly. It's unusual to be able to be in a place where you can see these kinds of barrels, and the kiters, they're taking it to another level. Just imagine how hard it is to get in the tube with a kite pulling you in the other direction and trying to get the lines out the mouth of the tube so he doesn't get caught up in the lines. You know, I'm tired just from speaking about it, and these guys make it look easy. So there you can see Ayrton a 6 and an 8, and Sebastián Ribeiro with a 5. Very nice wave here. Pocket, that's what we're talking about. We want them to be hitting that lip, getting that barrel, tucking in. Unfortunately, just getting clipped by the lip there. I really like the Brazilian style. You can see he comes from the surfing. Former QS surfer coming from Brazil. This guy knows what it is to have a board underneath his feet with a wave behind him. This is why he is so far forward in the event. Both of these guys have been coming up through the doubles, and now it will be the decider to see who goes up against the Italian Francisco Capuzzo after this hit. The winner will be going up against the RRD rider. Ayrton Cosolino like a bat out of hell. Let's see what he's got for us. Off the top, right in the pocket, almost underneath the lip. Look at the amount of speed he has. Eyeing it. He stalls. Does he come out? Does he come out? He does. Well, if I can't come out the front of the tube, I might as well just go right through it. He just shows the power of Ayrton Cosolino and why he is the 2018 World Champion. I'm presuming Ayrton here, Red Bull rider, he definitely has his wings on today. This is what we want to see. He's flying, he's barreling, he's powerful. He's absolutely destroying his home break, that is Punta Preta. And it is such a spectacle to see. And they just make it look too easy. The crowd is starting to fill the beach. We've been mentioning over the past few days here, it is incredible to be sitting in front of Punta Preta. You are literally 20 to 30 meters away from these riders destroying the wave. That just makes it even more electrifying, and that added with the local Cape Verdean vibe. But I mean, you would be shouting if you have these guys jumping around, doing these getting these covers up as you do here on the front of your screen. Sebastian Ribeiro, a little bit more calm, a little bit more collected out the back there. He knows that every wave counts and he needs to get those bombs if he's going to get past Ayrton Cosolino. And talking about bombs, looks like the Brazilian has come onto a very nice one. Let's see, he's going to engage that bottom turn. Is he going to get covered? Very nice barrel. Not as long there, but still very good steals. He's up. Barrel number 2. Little bit of a cover up. Obviously, didn't have a shower this morning. Wanted to get his head wet there. Nice little turn off the top. Once again, little bit of a floater, letting go of that kite. Good wave combination there for Sebastian. Ayrton Cosolino letting the tail loose. Second turn, really good. Maintaining, joining those sections. Looks like we're going to get that air off the end here. We are tweaking the board sideways. You can see what he does there. That is so hard. Think that this wind is offshore, so he's actually getting pushed backwards, so he's getting pushed off of the wave, and he manages to use his board to keep himself into the wind so he can actually fly forward. I mean, pretty much is saying you're being pulled backwards, but you're going forward. Incredible to see how these guys are pushing the envelope and just improving and progressing the sport of strapless kite surfing. So both of these duotone riders out the back waiting for that next set. Still over 9 minutes to go. We saw yesterday a lot of the riders grabbing those last waves on the last closing seconds of the heat. Sebastian actually lost against James Carew in the final 9 seconds. So I can see Sebastian, don't know if he was just getting too much water on his face or wasn't too happy about that, but still, you know, 15 wave count, top 2 count, and talking about top count, landing right in the pocket, but it does look like Ayrton has had an issue there. I think he might have had a problem with something. Maybe he wants to change the board to get a smaller board, but still incredible to see him airing. Yeah, I think he wants to change his board. Maybe he wants to see if he can get a little bit more of a verticality. You can see Sebastian here has seen that, and he's going to try and make the most of it. It's unusual that Ayrton will come out of the heat this early. So a couple good turns. Is he going to stall? He is. He's coming through. Nice little barrel, but unfortunately again got clipped and couldn't quite make it out there. Still, as you saw the scores coming up before, Ayrton's in a 15 point something against Sebastian Ribeiro, who's in a 13. So early days in the heat, both of these guys absolutely ripping. It's going to be impressive to see who comes out on top. You can see everybody looking around, trying to see what happens. They're wondering why their local boy Cosolino has gone in to get another piece of equipment. Looks like he had an issue with his board. looked like maybe he broke a fin there. So obviously, important thing about competition is to have all your gear ready on the beach, because anything could happen. We saw it in the single elimination with James Carew. After that first wave, for some reason, he dropped his kite, couldn't get it back into control, surfed out, ran up the beach. His teammate members had another duotone kite waiting for him, went out, probably I think with only 5 minutes left, and took the wind. You know, this is what makes the difference in between these professional athletes. Preparation is key, and preparation makes the world of difference. I know when we're going to see Ayrton back on the water, because even though I can't see him out of my booth, as soon as I hear the crowd shouting, we're going to know he's coming back. The support these local Cape Verdean guys have here is insane. The energy, the electricity that is around the beach is unbelievable. And you can, you know, these guys are their local heroes. They've done it. You know, they're traveling the world, they're living the dream, and they're flying their country's flag and making Cape Verde being put on the map as one of the best places in the world, and one of the best countries to produce these amazing talents. And as I said, you know when Ayrton is coming back, you can hear him there shouting to the crowd, feeling the support. I'm starting to get goosebumps. This is what we want to see. Sebastian Ribeiro, let's see, very close. So he got a nice ride there, a 6.83, but Ayrton just edging in front of him by 0.9 of a point. Close heat, early days, but now both of them are back there, very, very close. This one's going to go down to the buzzer. Can see both of the riders out the back trying to eye up a little set, but looks like Ayrton is taken off on a little roller. But I mean, if anybody knows this break, it's Ayrton Cosolino. So coming in with fire, very nice, good wave selection off the bottom, letting that tail loose. That's what we want to see. That's what the judges are looking for. Verticality going up the top, boom, breaking the tail, showing the power off the top of the wave. Once again, I would not want to be that bored with Ayrton pushing and destroying every section of Punta Preta. Sebastian Ribeiro taking it cool. Once again, you need the top scores if you're going up against these top riders. He knows that. He knows he has a good score on the board. He's a very tactical rider, Sebastian Ribeiro. We were talking to Pedro Matos, his teammate from Duotone, here yesterday, and they do use a lot of technical and tactics to be able to get through these heats. And you can see he's calm and collected. He's waiting. He knows he's got a good backup wave, so he's got an 8.6. He has a 6.9. So he's going to be looking to get that next 8-point ride to get that combo situation. You know, taking all of these things into account, imagine the nerves of a heat. You're up against a guy like Ayrton Cosolino. You want to keep your cool. You're there. You're in one of the end heats here of the double elimination of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Punta Preta. It's pumping. I mean, all those emotions running through your veins. It's an amazing sensation, and this is why these guys just push it and push it on every turn, every wave, and every second of this event. Ayrton's seen something like his light. He's going downwind nice and fast. Off the top, releasing that tail. Looks like he's going to try for another air. Will we see the 360? Boom! Straight on the face of the wave. That is so hard to do. As Josh said, you know, you have the wind pushing one way, the wave pushing the other. You're in the middle of the washing machine, and you can see Mr. Cosolino just there backwards. Gets that 360. That is amazing. Those are the kind of moves that set this guy apart. This is why we call him the alien, because he is from another planet. Really beautiful, nice. I guess you could call it an air 180 landing backwards. It would be an air reverse if you would consider it from a freestyle move. Landing backwards, applying the pressure to that front foot so those fins wouldn't catch. Spin around, continue on the wave, and the little turn at the end. I'm tired just from talking about it. Going to be a high scoring move there for Mr. Cosolino, the duotone and Red Bull rider. So a 7, I mean, I say so a 7, as if it's a low score. But still, 7 is a good score, so that's in the top range. But I mean, these guys need the top 8s and the top 9s. These are the final rounds. The winner of this heat will be going up against Francesco Capuzzo. Francesco absolutely killing it yesterday, and both of these riders are going to be stepping up their game to go up against the Italian. So coming up next, just over 2 minutes left of this heat, we will be going to women's heat number 24, which is going to be with Ines Correa, who came through the last round, and she will be going up against Frances Kelly from Canada. Action-packed heat. We've seen barrels, we've seen airs, we've seen turns. This is what we want to see at the first event of the year, and what a first event it has been. We couldn't ask for better conditions. I mean, Cape Verde Punta Preta 2019 GKA World Cup is going down in history. Talking to tour manager Tom Hartman, this is going to be a very hard event to top, but I'm sure we're going to have awesome events in good conditions throughout the year. Ayrton Cosolino maximizing this little wave, getting a couple of good turns. You could see how he slacked out those lines, allowing him to produce that top turn off the top, letting that tail loose again. I mean, that's 5 turns on one wave. Oh, good combination. Very nice little cover up, just showing his knowledge of the wave. I'll just air along. Why not? I'll hop over that section. I mean, it's easy. And Sebastian Ribeiro, boom, off the top. That's what we want to see. Number 2, again, I know he missed a couple of turns in the beginning. Is he going to get this little cover up? Looks like he's eyeing the section. No, but why get a cover up when you can absolutely destroy the lip? Aiming for an air, we are, but unfortunately just losing the board. When it comes to airing a strapless surfboard, you have to position the boards into the wind so it gets pushed up against your feet and sticks with you. This is where you can see both of these riders, very talented freestylers as well. So combining that freestyle knowledge on the waves, super impressive, and this is what we want to see. It's all about mixing it up. 15 seconds left on the clock, unfortunately for Sebastian Ribeiro. He will not be making it through to the next round. This man, front and center on the orange lycra, is going to take the win. Moving through to the next round, he will be going up against the Italian Francesco Capuzzo. Round of applause for Ayrton Cosolino, and a big hands up for Sebastian Ribeiro, who's done an incredible event, and we will be seeing more and bigger things from him in the future events of the GKA Kitesurf World Tour. There you just saw the beautiful Hotel Ojo de Agua in Santa Maria. We were there for the opening ceremony, one of the nicest places here on the island of Sal. If you are in Santa Maria, make sure you go and chill next to the water in the beautiful Hotel of Ojo de Agua. And thank you so much for your support here for the event. Coming up next, we have Odile Cavil is going to be going up against Frances Kelly. can just see both of these girls are on the top right hand corner of the screen. So with the Elevate kites, with the North kites, there will be the green kite front and center, excuse me, is Ines Correa, and there you have Frances Kelly getting absolutely smacked by the lip of Punta Preta. If she wasn't awake, she is now. That is what I call a wake up from the wave here in Cape Verde. Good commitment. You can see, wants to risk it. You have to get in that position to be able to get the top scores. Impressive ride in there from the Canadian Ocean Rodeo, Frances Kelly. Here we have Ines Correa on the wave, just mixing it up, a couple of easy turns. You know, it's all about getting a few scores on the board, getting those early moments, and then you will be pushing through and improving those scores to go through to the future rounds. The winner of this heat will be going up against the French lady, Charlotte Carpentier, the core rider, who was absolutely charging yesterday. As we heard in some of the interviews when we asked her, when you look at a set, what do you go for? And her answer was, well, I just go for the biggest one. That's the easiest way. That will get the top scores, and that's why she is sitting in third position here at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cabo Verde. Can see the beach is full of people. Everybody wants to see these people on the water and absolutely killing it here at the event. You can see, I can see front and center. You can see Odile and Charlotte just, you know, talking about the waves. Obviously, Odile's been out there, so probably giving Charlotte a couple of pointers, just telling her, you know, how the wave is. She's a local, you know, originally from Swiss, but she does know Punta Preta really well. And on your screen right now, you have Frances Kelly from Canada. Couple of easy turns. We want to be seeing more verticality if we want to get to those top scores. But once again, early days in the heats, 12.5 minutes left, so just getting a couple of numbers on the board. There you go. I can start to see the Cape Verdean music on the left-hand side of my booth. You can, if you could see me, I'm bouncing around left and right. I'm getting excited. I mean, doesn't get much better than this. You got perfect waves, the best of the best out there, and look at those conditions, just peeling right-hand waves here in Punta Preta. Ines Correa, she's been patient, but looks like she's getting one of the better waves of the heat. Let's see what she's got for us. Off the top, we want to see a little bit more vertical. Get that kite down. You can see how that first section of Punta Preta is super hard to navigate around. It closes out a little bit out in front of you, so you have to hit it on the right place to be able to get launched forward and train ride it down so you can join with the middle section. As the tide is a little bit lower, what does that mean? You have to be very close to the rocks. But I mean, Ines Correa lives here. She knows Punta Preta, probably has a name for every single rock out here. And I presume she's probably met a couple of them. But still, World Cup, if you're going to do it, it's here and now. Once again, another wave. Better off the top. You want to see that tail being released. Get that kite down so you can get pushed. There you go. One more time. That's turn number 3, joining the sections, and this wave is edging out to be a very good one. Just holding the balance there, losing that back foot, jumping off the top. That's a nicer wave, but still we want to see more verticality. We want to see them going out into the flats. But Ines Correa in the lead here, a 4 and a 1.63. Still that last wave to drop. And then we have Frances Kelly, 0.5 and a 2.23. Frances Kelly, very nice wave. She's a little far forward, bit on the shoulders. She wants to, you know, stall it out so that wave can start forming. Difference between the shoulder and the critical section of the wave is the shoulder is further away from where the wave is breaking. Easier to get the turns on, a little bit safer, but final rounds of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cape Verde, we want to see them hitting the lip. We want to see them in the critical section of the wave so that they make that difference. That's what the judges are looking for. It's all or nothing. It's do or die. Ines Correa out the back, very nice wave coming off the top, engaging that throw, letting that tail loose, pushing, whoa! Hitting the lip right underneath the power section, but unfortunately not able to hold the fins in that wave and just getting launched off the top. Still, good commitment, good risk. You can see both of these ladies pushing this harder and harder.
Okay guys, well done.
So just under 9 minutes to go in this heat. Early days, early days. I'm calling at least another 4 sets. It seems like Punta Preta is pushing with the tide, so we are seeing the waves just getting bigger and bigger. I must admit, I'm starting to get nervous. I've been watching these girls and guys killing it for the last few days, and I want to get out there, but I want to have the same conditions and only be 2 guys out there, just out there with our friends. One of the things a lot of the people are saying is to have Punta Preta to yourself with a friend. These kind of conditions, it's worth it just for that. So yeah, maybe next year I'll be registering for the competition as well. Here we have Frances Kelly from Canada. Very good wave selection. Push down on that back foot. Get into the flats of the wave. Fortunately, speed line it down. The judges are not going to be scoring that very highly because we want to see the turns. Easier said than done. You have to get down to the flat so you can get out of that power section to be able to do just that. You can see how Ines edges herself right underneath the wave, once again off the top, spraying that, letting that foot loose. Very good control there. Impressive rising here from the Portuguese local in Punta Preta. Just unfortunately losing the edge there at the last turn. Still going to be a good score. So Ines Correa with a 13.03, good combination there. That's going to be a very good score. You can see a 6.4 and a 6.63. Very good. You know, if she's going to get through the further rounds in this competition, she's going to need to step her game up a bit. But still, just getting a feel for it, getting a feel for Punta Preta. Frances Kelly not quite finding her feet yet, but still, we did see yesterday she had a couple of very good rides. Early days in the competition, 6 minutes, 50 seconds left. Anything can happen. I must admit, this is one of the things I love about these waves conditions and these wave competitions, because it isn't over until the buzzer. And if one of the riders take off on a wave just before the buzzer, that also counts. So you know, it's action packed to the very last second. Can see in the back there Francesco Capuzzo going out a little bit early, wants to get his head wet, wants to just get in that jam, get in that mojo. He's going to need mojo. He is going up against Ayrton Cosolino. Still, Francesco Capuzzo over the last few days has absolutely been ripping. One of the nicest backside turns we've been seeing throughout the event. So Ayrton Cosolino is going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to get past the RRD rider Francesco Capuzzo and claim that 4th position. Ines Correa on a bomb. You can see that yellow boy is our photographer. Oh, she's getting covered up. Very nice wave. Boom. Unfortunately, that kite wasn't too far forward. Some of these bigger waves are hard to navigate. They're very fast, very offshore. You really have to be speeding like a bat out of hell if you're to get past that section. Still, good commitment there from the Portuguese rider. So just a little information here on the side. We will be restarting the live stream after this heat. Seems like we're having a couple of technical issues, so we are going to be doing that to improve the quality. Obviously, the final rounds here in the competition, we want you guys to see it as crisp as possible so you can see the white in their eyes and feel the same amount of adrenaline that we do here 20 meters from Punta Preta. Francis Kelly on a wave, still not quite joining those turns, but easier said than done. This is powerful Punta Preta. Very good performance. Ines Correa, superwoman it over the top of a wave. I mean, I would jump over that one as well. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here, so 4 minutes left. Interesting to see a couple of the scores coming up. Francis Kelly having a better wave there, so she had that 2.23 and that 1.53. Ines Correa at the moment dominating 13.03 combination. That's a 2 high sixes. It's what we want to see. Still, if she's going to start taking out some of the top girls, if she wants to be making it to the podium, she's going to have to up her game. She needs to be in that top 7 position. If Ines goes through this heat and beats Francis Kelly, she will be sitting in 4th position overall, and she's going to be wanting to improve that. Again, that's the beauty of the double elimination format. We have the GKA Kitesurf World Cup. What it means is single and double elimination. You have 2 chances. So if you get kicked out in the single earlier than you expected because you had a bad heat, didn't quite get it together, broke a bit of equipment, or just anything that can happen, you still have another chance to be crowned the champion. It's a lot harder. You've got to go through a lot of heats, but we've seen it in the past. I remember back in the days in Brazil, Aaron Hadlow came all the way from the back to take the championship. It does take a lot of time. You have to be on your game. A lot of the people say is just to conserve your energy and to do just enough to get through those heats. So when you get to those fresh riders, you're on your game and have the energy. This is the beauty of the double elimination. It just allows you to have as many chances and give you the best possibility to perform in to your top positions in the competition. Both of these riders keeping busy, but out the back I can see some energy. This is what we want to see. Probably going to be the last set of the heat. Just 2 minutes to go. Can see some lines out the back. Hopefully we'll be forming, giving us some Punta Preta beauties. Francis Kelly there, just not quite getting past that first section, but look at that image. Even though it's one of the smaller waves, just look how that thing peels. It just goes from the right hand side all the way to the left-hand side of your screen. And here we have Francis Kelly from Canada, Ocean Rodeo rider, top to bottom. Can she get past that section? Yes, she can. Getting covered up, getting engulfed by Punta Preta, just dropping her kite there. You can see how much power this wave has. Out the back, I can see Ines Correa disappearing behind the back of an absolute monster. And hope Francis Kelly gets her kite up before this wave. Ooh, just made it past that one. You can see her going underneath. I can see our life jet ski from the lifeguards, excuse me, on the left hand side of my booth here. Vincent and his boys, thank you very much for keeping us and all of our riders safe during this event. It's amazing to have professionals like these guys around you. Just makes you feel safe out there. There you go. We have 30 seconds left in this heat. So once again, we will be restarting the... Yeah, exactly. Let me know when we're back. And we're back, so excuse those technical difficulties. We've had to restart the live stream. Looks like the quality was a little bit lower there. Now we're crisp, we're back. You can hear the sound perfectly. The images are going to be even crisper. So you can see what Punta Preta is producing here for the final event. In the water, we have fighting it out for 4th position overall in this competition is Ayrton Airline Cosolino going up against Francesco Capuzzo. Francesco Capuzzo, RRD rider on the orange lycra front and center, and you can see on the right hand side of my screen Ayrton Cosolino, white lycra, duotone kite, riding duotone and Red Bull. Francesco Capuzzo eyeing up that first section, stalling it off. Nope, decided that that one wasn't the one he wanted to see and is going to go back out. Looks like Mr. Cosolino is going to no also. Oh, okay. I mean, hey, these are the final rounds of the competition. You got to go for the better rides. You know, a 4-point ride is not going to cut it. You want those 8s. You want those 9s. You want to get those combos and aim for that perfect 20-point final round. Ayrton almost had it. He had a 19-7 in some of the earlier rounds in the single elimination. Knowing Ayrton, he's one of the most determined riders out there, wants to have 2 perfect 10s. Will we see that here at the first event of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Punta Preta, Cabo Verde? Ayrton Cosolino powering down a first bomb, engaging. Is he going to go for the barrel? No, he's decided to destroy the lip a little bit before. Once again, showing why he is one of the most powerful riders on tour. We're going to get it air. No, we're getting a little cover up. Didn't quite get past that section and just saying hello to the rocks. Very close. Oh, yeah, literally. To the rocks, standing up on one just to get back out there. Here we have Francesco Capuzzo. Looks like he'd eyed up the first wave of his heat. See what he's got for us. Very nice. It's opening up. He's going switch. Remember, he is a goofy rider. Trying to get that cover up. Getting a little shower there. Not as much shampoo as he probably wanted, but still getting his hair wet. Good turn off the top, unfortunately not connection. Here we have Cosolino. Oh, how did he hold that? If he comes out of this, I'm amazed. What? You have got to be kidding me. Did you see that? I mean, that was incredible. The lines completely through the wave. He disappeared absolutely into the barrel, then came out even without the kite. I mean, that's amazing. It just shows the control that Mr. Cosolino has, and that's got to be one of the best barrels of the event. Unfortunately, didn't come out of it properly. Still just managing to hold his feet together. Amazing. Francesco Capuzzo, I think he was riding out when Ayrton saw and did that first wave. He's trying to get in there, not quite making it, still trying to get that section. He knows he has to step up his game there with the tube riding if he's going to get past the Red Bull wingman, Ayrton Cosolino. Little cover up. Are we going to see an air? Yes, we are. Landing. Boom! Straight on the face. This is going to be a good wave. Boom! Off the top. Letting that tail loose. Another turn. Smack! Riding the lip to the wave. I might as well just ollie over that little rock because, you know, you don't want to hit that. Amazing riding here from Ayrton Cosolino. That is going to be a very high score. So here we can see a 5 and a 2, still that last wave of Ayrton to drop. Hopefully it will be dropping soon. I'm going to call in the 8 or 9 area. Going to hope for a 9, maybe an 8. Let's see what the judges would agree. I mean, there you go, 8. So 8.37, obviously had a good barrel, a couple of turns, but I mean, these are the final rounds. We have to leave those 10-point rides for the absolute killers. Francesco Capuzzo eyeing up a very nice wave. Come on, stall it, get underneath that thing. You can see the frustration. He wants to open up that section. Talking to Paulino Pereira, one of the best tube riders we've had of the event, who has been absolutely killing it, was mentioning it's about reading the ocean, the sixth sense that the surfers will say. It's feeling the ocean, feeling the energy, challenging yourself and channeling that energy through your body to get in what we would call the cathedral. Ayrton Cosolino eyeing up that cathedral, obviously been paying his dues, but getting it on the top of his head and not quite making through. So I think it's fair to say this is a barrel off. Both of these guys are trying to get as many barrels as possible to get those top scores. So if we get some scores up on the board, we can see how the judges are valuing those small waves. So you can see, there you go, Cosolino, that last cover up, 0.67. So obviously you have to make it out to be able to get the scores. And then if you combine, we saw Mitu Monteiro, single elimination winner the other day, doing one of the best barrels, coming out right through the mouth of the tube with the spit behind him, doing that first turn, doing that second turn, airing off the top. This is what we want to see. This is why at the moment he is standing on top of the single elimination, and with one of the two keys, let's say, to the championship here of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Punta Preta. Boom! Beautiful turn, open arc turn there from Francesco Capuzzo. Let's not forget, he's a goofy rider. What is a goofy rider? Right foot prominent. It's as if he was hearing me. So this is his natural stance. The turn he was doing before was on his unnatural regular stance with his left foot forward. Judges are going to score that high. Ayrton Cosolino, little smacker off the top, one hit wonder, but that is not going to better his score. Here we go, Ayrton, like what he saw. White lycra coming down. Definitely going to go for that barrel. Beautiful stall out, letting that tail loose. Nice little cover up. See what he got for us. Engaging that front valve. Boom, off the top, right in the cuticle section. Turn number 2 again, letting the tail loose. You can see how those fins go above the lip, dragging itself down across that rock, skimming it. I think he probably took the seaweed off of some of those reef passes there. Francesco Capuzzo again, you can see him breaking up. Is he going to try and get in that barrel? He is. Unfortunately getting clipped on the head and told, nope, this is a no entry zone. Great riding from both of these guys. You can see pushing the limits, pushing the envelope, but hey, the winner of this heat secures himself that 4th place overall. But both of these guys want to go further. They want to push harder, and they will have to, because it will mean the winner of this heat will be going up against none less than Machu Lopez, who has been absolutely dominating the backside waves here at Punta Preta. 2 beautiful turns from Ayrton. I love his style. Opening up, it's one of the best turns I've seen so far. Really getting that board around, pure surf style. He stays on the high line so he can get past the wave. 360 to end it off perfectly on the face, combining the surf with the freestyle maneuvers. This is why Ayrton is one of the most complete riders out there. 2018 world champion. This is the goal of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup. We want these guys to be better at surfing, better at freestylers, making the freestylers surf, making the surfers freestylers, to make them better people, better riders, more complete, and show the public the spectacle that is the sport of kitesurfing. So you can see Ayrton Cosolino there, a 16 and a bit against the 7 points from Francesco. This is eyeing up to be a very nice little barrel. Unfortunately not quite making it under. You can see that, yeah, that's actually a good example of what they do to keep the board on their feet. Unfortunately he didn't land that one, but it's a good one to explain. You can see he edged the tail up into the wind. What does that do? It pushes the wind against the board, keeps the board on his feet. Ayrton there. Just, I would not want to be that board. I don't know if you guys could hear it on the live stream, but the smack against the water, I could hear it from the booth. Once again, one of the amazing things of Punta Preta, you are 30 meters away from the water. You can feel the energy, you know, you got goosebumps, your hairs are up, you can just feel the adrenaline and feel the energy. And then combined with the beauty of the vibe, of the no stress that Cape Verde has, makes it the best place to start off the GKA Kitesurf World Cup 2019 with the first event here in Cabo Verde. And let's not forget, I mean, thanks to these conditions, this event is turning out in history. But we have to remember everybody that made this possible. Nautic Sport Eventos, Joe Silva and Giada. Without these guys, this would not be possible. But also Ministerio de Sport y Transporte, TUI, ASA, every single person that has put a little grain of sand to make this event happen. Thank you very much, because this will not go unremembered. You can see a little lull here. Unfortunately, the sets aren't quite coming through, but still 4.2 minutes to go. I'm starting to read timeline scores. I'm getting excited. 4.5 minutes left in this heat, and I can't wait for 4.5 minutes more action. See if we can get some scores up on the board. Be interesting to see. And we can see here Ayrton Cosolino coming down a very nice wave. He's going to stall. That looks like his barren lap. You can see, yep. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the lines going through the kite, but you know, he doesn't care. He just push out to the flats off the top. That's that photo finish I love. You can just see how he lets that tail loose, pushes that back foot, and gets the fins out of the wave, and just a little, you know, a little hop there at the end. Francesco still eyeing that barrel. He knows he needs to get one in the bag if he's to get past the winged Red Bull rider, Ayrton Cosolino. Talking about wings and airline Cosolino, definitely. This is great. This is what we want to see. He's having fun. When you see Ayrton doing those kind of maneuvers, even though they don't count, you know he means business. You know it's dangerous because he's in his zone. He's a natural showman on and off the water, and that's dangerous. I know Matthew Lopez is looking at this heat, wondering, seeing how much energy Cosolino comes, and also the rest of the fleet are eyeing this down. They know they're going to have their work cut out for them to get past Cosolino. But still, Francesco, early days, he is in a combo situation. So what does that mean? Combo situations means that he has to get 2 better scores to be able to get past Cosolino. As we were mentioning before, the scores on the board come onto the system this way. The top 5, so there are 5 judges, each of them score. The top score and the lowest score get taken away, and then it's the average from the 3 medium scores, so the 3 middle scores of those 3 judges. That average is the number you see on the screen. You can have head judge Danny Jimenez making sure the scale is right, making sure everything is in control. Super hard job, and the amount of hours these guys, you know, taking into account every little detail. Let's not forget, this is getting close to the final rounds. Every little decimal makes the difference. We've seen heats being won by 0.04. Every little counts, and that's why we have the best of the best on and off the water. Francesco deciding to go backside on that one, just unfortunately not quite getting past it. Look at that one. Ayrton Cosolino braking, double braking. Will he make it out? He does break it out. Getting completely covered. Ayrton's on a roll. Nice turn off the top. He's obviously looking for that air to get past that section. Boom! Right on the face. High scoring maneuver there. Not sure if it's going to be one of his better scores of the day, but still might as well do a little spin off the back. Ayrton's having fun, he's hungry, he's got the eye of determination, and he means business. Francesco Capuzzo trying to find that barrel. 50 seconds to go. Top performance here from the Italian. He's having a very hard heat there. Unfortunately, not quite finding the sets that he wants to. And, you know, when you're going up against Cosolino, you need to be at your best. Still, best result for the Italian here. And it's not over yet. There's still 30 seconds to go. You can perfectly get an absolute bomb, but unfortunately, because Francesco is in a combo situation, he is not going to make it through to the next round. But congratulations, Mr. Capuzzo. An amazing performance at this GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cabo Verde. So coming up next after this heat, we will be going once again to the ladies, and coming through will be Charlotte Carpentier, the core rider from France, against Ines Correa from Portugal, duotone kites.
On fire! Achievement!
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre conosco.
And we're back for day 4 of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cabo Verde. It has been 4 days of action, non-stop action. We just saw Ayrton Cosolino making his way through, securing that 4th place overall, taking it from Francesco Capuzzo. Once again, a big hand of applause to the Italian rider from RRD. Amazing riding, and I can know he's going to have a smile on his face for this result here at this first event. But on the water now we have Charlotte Carpentier with the core kites against Ines Correa from Portugal, duotone rider. Just look at that wave. It's beautiful. It just peels perfectly. This is why we're seeing some of the best barrels in history in the competition. Starting off orange lycra, Charlotte Carpentier. As she mentioned yesterday, when she sees the heat, she just decides to go for the biggest wave. That's the one she wants to take so she can get those top scores. And this is why she is in 3rd position at the moment in the single elimination. But this is the doubles. Double elimination, what that means is the people that get kicked out early have a second chance to make their way up the board. Ines Correa doing a very good job of that. So Charlotte will have to defend her title of that 3rd position, and she will have to make sure that she wins this heat to secure that 3rd position. So you saw there on the left-hand side with Charlotte Carpentier, front and center, orange lycra. Core rider, she comes from France. She is one of the most talented freestyle, strapless freestyle riders we have on our tour. Getting positions like 1st position in the best trick in Portugal with a 360 body vero. So very talented freestyler and impressively improving in the waves. But she's up against the 2010 wave world champion Ines Correa, just superwoman in it off of that wave. She didn't quite like what she saw, so decided to bail out of that one. But still early days in the heat, 13.5 minutes to go, and Ines will be for sure back with more powerful riding. You can see the beach is getting fuller and fuller, everybody smiling, everybody happy, but I mean, why wouldn't you smile 20 meters away from one of the best right-handers for kite surfing here in Punta Preta, Cape Verde, Isla de Sal. This time of the year is very, very good for conditions out here in Cape Verde. If you are considering a holiday, make sure you check out this destination. I'm sitting here, beautiful 5-foot waves in front of me, in my shorts, in a t-shirt, probably about 25 to 28 degrees. Doesn't get much better than this. So you can see both of them trying to eye up these sections. The sets are a little far and few between, but still, if I can see through the spray there, Charlotte was looking at that one but has decided to go back. I mean, as we're mentioning, these are the final heats of the double elimination. Whoever wins this heat will secure that 3rd place on the podium, so this is a very decisive heat. You know, this is what these competitors live for, that adrenaline. These are the moments that set them apart. Ines Correa, white lycra, eyeing up maybe one of the first waves of the heat. See what she's got first. Yep, she's definitely happy with this one. Engaging in the first setup turn. I really like how she goes out into the flat. Now she's going to hit that bottom rail. Boom! Little bit in the middle of the wave, but still a good solid turn, letting the tail loose. Turn number 2, just keeping it busy. Turn number 3, good, getting through the sections. Nice combination of maneuvers. This is what the judges are looking for, but still, we want to see more verticality. We want to see these girls going out into the flat, really arcing around, going past that vertical position, hitting the wave at the top, letting that tail loose. We saw Ayrton doing it in the previous heat, where you can see that photo finish. In my opinion, one of the nicest photos in surfing, apart from the barrel, is that push laid back cutback. James Carew, probably one of the nicest laid-back cutback we've seen of the event. These are the kind of things we want to see, and we can see these ladies pushing it hard. Charlotte Carpentier, orange lycra here, front and center. Was she aiming? No. Nice couple of turns. Wants to get that kite a little lower. Easier said than done. These conditions are very challenging with the offshore wind. Still, good size wave. Good ride in there from the French lady. Front and center coming up is Ines Correa. First turn on the wave. Let's see if she can join this second section. Nice off the top, just rounding it off. We want to get that turn a little bit more vertical, a little bit more opened arc. Still joining sections, making it all the way to the bottom of Punta Preta. That's going to be a good score. I'm going to call maybe 5 something. See if we can get some scores on the board, but I think at the moment we probably have Ines Correa in front. And yep, we do. There you go. 6.07 for Ines, but then Charlotte did have a good wave, but I don't think that will be a 6-point ride. There you go, Ines Correa doubling that up at 11.74. So yeah, Charlotte's probably in the long 4s or 5 area. Needs to get that second wave at what they would call the backup wave. Talking about waves, I don't get bored watching a Punta Preta. You can just see how beautiful it is. I want to get out on the water. Here we have Charlotte coming down the line. Unfortunately not being able to hold. Looks like a little gust there. Very technical place to be riding. Very powerful, and coming offshore, as Josh Angulo said, who Josh will be joining me in the booth for the finals here. So really, really grateful for windsurfing legends to be sitting next to me and transmitting the final heats of the competition. We will show you guys the stoke and the energy that we have in the booth and that everybody has here on the beach at the first event of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here at Punta Preta. Ines stalling, not quite liking what she saw. So again, you know, it's all about wave selection. We've been mentioning throughout the event, 15 wave total. You can only take 15 waves. As soon as you get past that count, judges don't even look at you. You don't exist. May seem like a lot of waves, but it isn't. Imagine adrenaline pumping. You're in the final rounds of the competition. Beautiful Punta Preta. To keep count is very, very hard. But, you know, it's all part of competitions. You have to have your gear prepared. Have a watch on so you know how long you got left in the heat. Everybody has their little superstitions, those little, you know, setting up rituals. These are the best of the best. But again, 15 waves is not a lot. 2 waves of that 15 is what count to give you, you know, out of, in between 1 and 10 points. So you can get a perfect 20. I honestly want to see a perfect 20 here. We almost saw Ayrton put it off yesterday. We want to see those 2 perfect 10s. I'm going to put my money on that either Mito or Ayrton might hit the perfect double 10 in the final rounds of this competition. So coming up after this heat, we will have Ayrton Cozzolino going up against his countryman and his fellow duotone team member, Machu Lopez. Been talking to Machu a lot. He hangs out in Tarifa quite a lot now, my hometown. Very psychological rider. You know, he's one of those guys, he has his ritual, goes off to the side, listens to his music. But when you see the fire in his eyes on the water, he is a force to be reckoned with. And talking to him yesterday, he's pumped. He did have a little bit of an injury in his shoulder, but he said, you know what, man, I'm just going to go full power and go for it. And that's what we want to see. We know when Machu is going full power, one of the best backside riders. This is his home break. This is Punta Preta. And he's up against one of his best friends, Ayrton Cozzolino. Doesn't get much better than that. Out, perfect conditions, your best mate. You're pushing it. You're fighting to secure that 3rd position of the overall ranking of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Sao. These are the moments. This is what these guys compete for, and it is going to be war. Here we have Ines. I'm just going to stick my head out of the side of the booth here. Looks like we can see some energy coming on the right-hand side. Punta Preta, Mother Nature, pushing what they call those triangles onto the reef so we can see those barrels. All of these riders have been, you know, everybody has their little signs on the shore, knows where to hit it. You know, obviously, Ines Correa here, local rider, originally from Portugal, but does live in Cape Verde, so she knows Punta Preta. I'm sure she has her, what we call reference points on the shores. So those are those little markers that give them the information of where to hit the wave and how, giving you those higher points to get through those rounds. So Charlotte Carpentier also proving very, very top quality riders. She's actually been spending here almost a month now, so also has her stuff together. Going to be a good heat. You can see Ines firing down a wave here. She's obviously seen something she likes off the bottom. And I in that first section, unfortunately, little bit fluky wind there. Sometimes on that inside section of Punta Preta, the wind just kind of windmills around. Sometimes you even see the kites like doing a 360. Super hard to navigate, but then, you know, this is what it's about. Best right-hander in the world. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, crystal clear wind as well. You have to know your stuff. You have to know those positions, where to put the kite. Still, the conditions we've had are going to go down in history. I mean, 4 days of perfect 5-foot barreling Punta Preta does not happen every day. And to have that at the first event of the tour, I don't think we could have asked for a better kickoff for the 2019 World Cup. Little bit of a lull, not so many waves in this heat, so 4 minutes to go. I think Ines is probably in the lead. Let's get some scores up. Yep, there you go. She has an 11.74, so a middle 5, low 6, and then we can see a 5 and a 2 from Charlotte. So still, Charlotte, if she got a medium 6, so she needs a 6.71 more than capable of doing it. Just, I think the intelligent thing would be to wait for that set. Easier said than done. Adrenaline pumping. You know the seconds are going by. Only 3 minutes left to secure that third position overall here at the event. You know, it means you are standing on that podium, so the nerves are starting to bubble up. Still, Charlotte, a very experienced rider, no stranger to competitions, and looks like she's going to take off. She's seen something she's like. Let's see if she can turn this into a 6.71 ride. Coming down the line, the French rider riding for core, orange lycra, Charlotte Carpentier. Wind's definitely a little bit more offshore, hard to get down that face. Unfortunately, this one looks like it flattened out. I doubt she's going to be able to turn this one into a very big ride. And you can see there, Ines also getting caught up on that inside section. I think Charlotte had a couple of turns on that mini wave, but that's not going to cut it. You know, you want a 6.71, has to be a bomb. You want to be going vertical, hitting it in the critical zone. That's what the judges are looking for. That's what the judges are scoring. Those are the moves that will give you those top kudos on the higher ranking waves here at Punta Preta. You can see Ines with the white lycra, duotone rider from Portugal, local here in Cabo Verde, just looking out the back, nice, calm and collected, getting a groove. You can see, you know, just over 2 minutes left in this heat, so maybe one more chance at another set. You know, I can know Charlotte will be praying to the wave god so she can get this final set to see if she can secure that third position she got in the single elimination. But she is up against a very tough competitor, Ines Correa, who was the 2010 World Wave Champion.
No, it should be correct.
1.5 minutes left. I can see a little bit of energy, a little bit of bump. Maybe they got a little bit of a sixth sense. Hope so. You know, here we can see Charlotte coming down, but unfortunately not. She needs to be more in the critical zone. She needs to be going more up to the right-hand side of the Punta Preta break if she wants to produce that 6.71 to take the lead and take this heat. I can hear my watch beeping away. So 1 minute left in this heat of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cabo Verde. And the winner of this heat will secure that third position. And she will be going up after the men's heat against Joanna Edin from Sweden. Charlotte Carpentier, probably the final wave of a heat. Let's see what she's got. No, she's out on the shoulder. That's not going to produce the goods. So coming up next, we are going to see one of the most waited for heats of the event. Machu Lopez versus Ayrton Cosolino. Ines just securing another little wave here, getting a few turns. Not going to improve her score so far, but she has done enough. So congratulations, Ines Correa. You have secured that third position. We will be seeing you on the podium very soon. Once again, also big round of applause for the French lady from Core Kites, Charlotte Carpentier, who will end up 4th position overall at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cape Verde.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre conosco.
And we're back, and we are back with fire. We have on the water, Ayrton Airline Cosolino will be going up against Matthew Lopez. You can see both of these riders for duotone kiteboarding. Also, Ayrton Cosolino, winged Wedbull rider. Let's see if those wings will give him why we call him Ayrton Cosolino. He has his work cut out for him. Matthew Lopez has been waiting, calm and collected on the shore here, eyeing him down, making sure he knows all the moves that Cosolino has in the bag. And I'm sure Matthew has some surprises for us as well. This is going to be action-packed. This will secure the place on the podium, the third position here at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Punta Preta. So, orange lycra is Mr. Matthew Lopez. You can see one of the tallest riders also on tour, Mr. Tropical himself, dropping in on the first wave of the heat. Let's see what he's got for us. Matthew, backside rider. He's actually going for a front side ride here. Nice little air, little bit on the front of the face, still mixing it up. Is he going to go for number two? He is. Number two, landing on the top of the wave, coming down, showing that he also can do these airs on the maneuvers on the waves. Obviously going up against a guy like Ayrton Cosolino, needs to mix it up. He needs to get the barrels, he needs to get to the slashes, he needs to get to those power moves. You can see him smacking his leg here, the adrenaline pumping. I think I'm going to start standing up. These are the heats we've been waiting for. You know, I've got goosebumps. This is the action we want to see. Ayrton, nice and calm and collected. He's just chilling, you know, brushing his hair, just making sure everything's okay, looking over his shoulders, seeing where Matthew's at. He is just eyeing down Punta Preta. I would like to be on the fly on his shoulder there, see what he's thinking, see what he is going through, how he knows which ones to take off on. I can see some energy out in the back. Looks like we're going to have a set coming through. Ayrton, white lycra, front and center. Let's see what he's got for us on the first wave of his heat. So coming down the line, he's pushing hard against that back edge so he can get into those flats, eyeing up that barrel. Yeah, well, a little cover up. I mean, still barrel, but for Ayrton, that's a cover up. Is he going to go for the end? No. So he's decided to go against that one. He knows that, you know, these are the final rounds of the competitions. You need to be hitting the high scores. Just getting his head wet, probably just having a little shower there, waking himself up so he can go full power in this heat against his Cape Verdean compadre, Matthew Lopez. Coming down the next wave, so obviously you saw a very good one. Yeah, boom! Off the top, letting that tail loose, coming back into the power section. Judges are going to like that. Want to see him in the critical point of the wave, flattening out a little bit at the end still. That's going to be a score on the board. Nothing too impressive. Matthew Lopez flying into this Cape Verdean wave. Let's not forget, Matthew is a goofy rider, so he's riding switch stance there. Very impressed with how he rides switch stance. Nice little air. Nice little, you know, smacker off the top, but still, both of these guys are going to have to step it up if they want to get into those high combination 18, 19 point area. Still, 11 minutes, 48 seconds of actions to go, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of action. But hey, I want to see the double 10. I want to see the 20 perfect score. Perfect Punta Preta. Best in the world. This is the place to do it. Mr. Cosolino pushing hard against this one, eyeing it down. Yeah, he likes what he sees. So, coming down, Cosolino, white lycra. Beautiful bottom turn. You can really see how he engaged, pushes against that back foot, driving through the fins. Wants to get a little cover up. This is that inside section, airing off the tap, landing on the lip. Kite's a little bit high. The judges aren't going to score that as high as before. Still, oh, sorry, I thought he lost his bar there. No, so coming down one more time. Yeah, just fading out past of this wave. So medium score, not going to be in the high numbers. Still getting a couple numbers on the board. At the moment, Matthew Lopez in the lead. I think he might lose the lead after that wave of Ayrton, but still, it is very close. 0.1 of a point. Wave for wave, turn for turn, look for look. These boys are at war. Orange Lycra, duotone rider, Machu Lopez, airing into oblivion. No hand air as well. Very impressive. Like you can see him just positioning the board into the wind, pushing against the foot, aiming it, using the board to be able to floater himself back into the wave. Very, very hard to do. We've been seeing some new innovation of these airs here in the competition. Reese Myerscott landing a front roll off the lip into the main section of the wave. One of the nicest ones we've seen in the whole event. That's why he did so well in this event. Congratulations once again, the Ocean Rodeo rider from Canada. Ayrton just stretching around, getting his harness in the right place. You can see both of these guys just trying to decide which ones to take off on. There hasn't been too many sets coming through, although as if I jinxed it, I can see out the back some movements, some bumps. Cosolino coming in hard, engaging in that really nice bottom turn that he has. Does he go at the top? No, he wants the barrel, getting completely... Yeah, not quite coming out through the front. Still, how does he hold that together? Okay, somebody, has he got super glue underneath his feet? How does he keep that board? Insane. Amazing riding from the Red Bull rider, Ayrton Cosolino. Machu floatering in. He means business. Again, top turn, very nice. Letting the tail loose. One more off the top. Let's not forget that's his switch stance. Going to be interesting to see. He hasn't gone backside yet. Machu, in my opinion, has one of the nicest top turns backside in the business. He releases that tail, actually lets go of those fins, opening it up that arc, giving that nice rainbow spray off of the back of the wave. And that is why he is sitting in third position so far. But if he wants to keep it, he has to beat this man who's on fire, Mr. Airline Cosolino himself. Machu, over the last few months, has been doing a lot of alternative training. These guys are professional athletes. It's about being your best in and off the water. They have to be in peak physical condition. Why? To be able to get into those critical positions, to get out of those positions that nobody think you can, to get those extra points, to win these hits. There you go. Nice stall, huge hack getting underneath the wave there. Ayrton Cosolino coming off the top, engaging. This is what the judges want to see. They want to see you mixing it up, combining the maneuvers, joining those sections. Those are going to give you the top scores. And if there's a time to do the top scores, it's going to have to be to secure the third position. So both of these riders on their game and mean business. So, can it get any closer than that? 12.5 against a 12.7, 12.47, 0.03 of a point. This is where the work of the judges is amazing. You know, making those small difference, those 0.0s of a point is what gives these guys the wins. And you can see Machu here, switch stance, going bottom to top, off the top, releasing that tail. That one was a little bit more faded, still impressive. It's going to be a good join in the sections, combining his iron up. Is he going to go for the barrel? Is he going to go for the air? Not quite a big turn there, still a little bit of a cutback on the flats. Okay, so Machu's got another good wave there. Won't be a high score. You could see not quite joining the turns as much as possible. And Ayrton here also been a little bit repetitive on the turns. But hey, obviously, Ayrton, you know what? I'm going to shut up because that wasn't repetitive at all. 360 reverse off the lip, landing completely in the flats, letting go of the bar with two hands, spinning round. I'm dizzy already, but this is why he is the former 2018 world champion.
Isso mesmo, ponta preta on fire.
I mean, we were sitting so close to this rider, so I wonder if Ayrton heard me and just said, "Okay, Joe, this is for you. I'm going to shut you up here on the streaming." So 13.96 for Ayrton against 12.47. Very close. Matthew only needs a 7 to take the lead. Ayrton winning by a 1.49. Just over 5.5 minutes to go. Early days, and both of these boys destroying Punta Preta. Ayrton checking, trying to see. He's talking to someone on the beach. Obviously, I know he's got a lot of supporters. Probably got some people seeing what's happening. I wouldn't mind to see what he is talking about. Matthew Lopez eyeing up a section here, see what he's got for us. Boom, little air, small but right in position. That's, you know, in the end, that's better. Does he make this one coming down from the section? Oh, he does. Still good to see him doing these aerial maneuvers, but I will say, if you're going to beat Ayrton, Matthew's going to have to be on the surfing. Those open arc turns, those are his strengths. It's getting that backside off the top. I do like the points of Matthews there, but I think he needs to either be combining it and mixing it up if he wants to get the higher scores. I can see both of these riders talking to people on the beach. Can we get some information, guys? We'll see what is happening in here. So Matthew Lopez taking the lead there. So he has a 7.87 and a 6.97. Very good riding there from the Cape Verdean riding underneath the flag of Spain. So 14.84 against 14.26. Matthew Lopez in the lead, determined to defend his third position here at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cape Verde. Ayrton Cosolino coming down with fire. Beautiful bottom turn off the top. Not as vertical, but still so much power, letting that tail loose. I love how he pushes out the tail, letting those fins out. Again, still the same turn there, number 3. Air reverse onto the wave. Very good. There you go. So combining that, going to be a high score. Not sure if it's going to be enough to go past Matthew Lopez, but these boys are wave for wave, turn for turn, move for move.
With the 14.84 and Ayrton Cosolino with the 14.26. So still have some moments.
Come on, Mother Nature, give us a bomb. We want to see Punta Preta firing. We want to feel the energy. Give us a few more waves. Matthew. Oh, very good wave there. Get in the turn. This is what we want to see. We want to see the combination. Ah! Yeah, you can see the frustration in his eyes. Just losing that bottom rail. Ayrton, do we get the tube? We do get the tube. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you know what? I'll just have a coffee, stay in the tube, come out through the front, hit it off the top, join the turns. Why not? This is Ayrton Cosolino. Do a turn, a Red Bull rider on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Spinning on one of the final heats. He wants this third position. He's hungry. But hey, Matthew Lopez is still in the lead so far. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say after that wave, Ayrton will regain the lead in this heat. It looks like some energy coming out the back. Matthew's going to have priority. He's in that peak position. It's all about being in position at Cape Verde, Punta Preta. Ayrton's gone, you know what? I'm not going to get position. I like what I see coming down, engaging in that bottom turn. He's going to aim for that barrel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice barrel. Not as deep as the one before. Still going for barrel number 2. That's what I'm talking about. These boys being in peak physical position, so you can make it out of those kind of situations and just ride Ayrton, stop riding over the white water. Matthew, very nice wave. Are we going to see a barrel or not? We're going to see a beautiful letting that tail loose turn. He's determined. This is the fire we're talking about. Going off the top, landing in the flats, but he's going to get munched by the white water. Well, made it out. No, he didn't. So can we get some scores up? I'm going to be interested to see how those last ones are scored. Yep, Ayrton Cosolino for that last wave. As close to his 10G you can get, 9.47, stepping it up. So Matthew needs to get a high 8. He's got his work cut out for him. 1 minute left in this heat. Coming up next after this heat, we're going to go back to the ladies. We're going to be seeing Ines Correa, who's been running through the doubles, up against Katarina Eding from Sweden. Ayrton airing into oblivion, coming down the wave. Very nice wave. This is setting up to be a beauty. Probably the last wave of his heat. Off the top, nice release of the tail. We're going to see another. Are we going to see that famous 360? No, just airing in. He's hopping around, having fun. Once again, joining those sections, joining those maneuvers. This is what the judges are looking for. This is what we want. Matthew Lopez, Orange Lycra, front and center, needs a high 8 to get past Ayrton. Will we see it? No. So 14 seconds left. We look out the my booth. Is there some energy out there? No, there isn't. So Ayrton Cosolino has gone past Matthew Lopez, securing himself third position on the podium, and is going to be going up against James Carew. James Carew is the guy that kicked him out in the single elimination. So Ayrton's hungry. He wants vengeance. And here you go. This is what this tour is about, the sportsmanship. High fives. Both of these guys love each other. They're friends. But on top, Ayrton Cosolino going through to the next round. Congratulations, Matthew Lopez, on an amazing event.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre connosco.
Okay, we are back. So coming up next, we will have Ines Correa against Joanna Katarina Eding. There's the buzzer right there. Sorry, I had a little bit of a technical issue with my screen there. So Joanna Katarina up against Ines Correa. This is determining who will be second position on the podium at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cape Verde. This is going to be an action-packed heat. We have 2010 wave champion, local from Cape Verde, originally from Portugal, front and center, white lycra, Ines Correa. But still, she is up against Katarina Eding from Sweden. Local girl also from my hometown, Tarifa. So I know all of the guys back at Tarifa are watching her, and she has been doing a very, very good performance here. You can see she's been concentrating on waves and has been getting some very good turns, very good wave selection. One of the things that has impressed me of Katarina is his wave selection, but hey, she's been spending some time in Indonesia, so obviously that has helped her out. So Orange Lycra duotone rider Joanna Katarina Eding against Ines Correa from Portugal, also duotone teammate. So both of these girls out the back there. Oh, I can see some sets coming through. I can see Camille in front of me starting to get excited. There are some absolute huge lines. Actually, I'm going to go as far as saying some of the biggest waves we've seen all day. You can see Ines Correa, local here from Punta Preta, is eyeing down these sets. Let's see if she gets on one of these for the first wave of her heat. Looking at her kite going up and down. It looks like she will. Here we have Ines Correa dropping in for the first wave of the heat. Very nice wave. Whoa, good size on this one. Let's see. So, will she engage? There you go, engage in that front rail. Trying to get that top turn straight line in this one a little bit, but this is a little bit of a rogue set. Going a little bit more open on the reef. Joanna coming down, you want to push harder on that back foot so you can edge yourself into the flats to be able to go back out. You saw that with Ayrton. You can see comes down the wave, pushes that back foot super hard against the fin so he can almost go upwind on the way to then release and be able to get those vertical turns. That is what the judges are looking for, and that is why Ayrton is making a point and is coming through the last rounds of the double elimination. There you go, front and center. Ines Correa, duotone rider, living in Cape Verde from Portugal, just powering out the back, looking for that first wave. She had a little bit of a runner there, bit straight. So here we have Joanna Edding also trying to hit the first section off the top, but Joanna Edding 0, Punta Preta 1, unfortunately there. Very hard to navigate that first section. She really did do a good job with the speed, but unfortunately couldn't make it past that first section. Easier said than done. I was out the other day, and the way these girls are riding is amazing. They are on it. It is so hard, but still, these are the final rounds. This is where you have to step it up. This is decisive. This will be who will get the second position and try and go up against Muna White to take the keys to Punta Preta, the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cape Verde. Joanna Edding, this is what I talked about yesterday. She has very good wave selection. You can see her pushing, puffing out her cheeks. She means business. Come on, Catarina. Off the top, letting that tail loose, trying to get back into the front section of wave, just a little bit too far out in the shoulders still. Good turn to start off with, another one. There you go, Ines Correa, more in the critical zone. This will be higher scored by the judges again. One more turn. This is why she was 2010 World Wave Champion. Mixing it up still, we want to see a little bit more vertical, but that's going to be a good initial score on the board. But if they want to hit those higher numbers, they have to go more vertical. Just a little bit of information here. So after heat 50, so after the heat coming up next between, this is going to be a good heat. No wonder we need a break after this one. Between the Aussie, James Carew and Ayrton Coselino. James Carew actually kicking out Coselino in the single elimination, beating him in the final closing seconds of the heat. Got an absolute bomb. Some of the best laid back turns you'll see on tour. Completely twisted his body, and one of the most powerful riders out there. But hey, he has Airline Coselino's flying in, wanting to land on the top position of that podium, and he has to go through him if he wants to do that. So not an easy one there for James, but both of these riders are going to be at war, and it is going to be well worth watching. So on the water at the moment, we have Ines Correa from Portugal versus Joana Catarina. This will be deciding who will be standing on that second position of the podium. Early days in the heat so far, still just over 8 minutes left, so still loads of times. Sets seem to be taking in between 3 to 4 minutes between sets, so you know, I reckon we probably get maybe 1 or 2 more sets. That's good to see. I can see all the guys from the F1 team here in front. F1, thank you very much for all your help with the events. They're one of the main sponsors. I can see Mr. Rafael Sales himself enjoying the spectacle that the riders are giving us. And I bet you he will be here waiting to see Mito Monteiro claim the championship here. But he will have to defend it up against the winner of the heat, number 50, between James Carew and Ayrton Cosolino.
Yeah. We've been looking for sooner the champions will be announced. So stay close. We don't know yet. Anything of this number 36 is Bill Shiro, Jim 39, Castara, sir, in the back of Sumo.
Here we have Ines eyeing upper waves, deciding to go for this one. Yeah, I'm not surprised. No, okay, she's obviously seen something that she didn't like about that wave. Local here from Punta Preta, knows her stuff, you know, knows which ones to take off on, knows which are the gems, you know, the diamond in the rough, which is going to be the one that's going to produce those high scores to go through and try and go up against Muna White and take away the crown for the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Punta Preta. Little bit of a lull here in the waves, unfortunately, but still we've been having 4 days of action-packed here in Punta Preta. To get these conditions when we have the event on is amazing, and to just keep pushing and pushing. I understand why Josh Silva said he's been praying for weeks and weeks and months and months. I'm going to have to bring him to UEFA and see if he can do the same stuff for us there. Bottom turn, Ines Correa off the top. This is better. This is what we want to see. A little bit closer to the critical section, to what we call the pocket of the wave again. Letting that tail loose. We still want to see a little bit more verticality, but good riding here from the Portuguese lady. Going to be a good score. Joana Catarina Edin faced the Viking. Determination. There's what we want to see. Oh, frustration. Unfortunately, offshore conditions very hard. You need to keep that kite forward. Not quite getting it on that one, but I'm sure will we be seeing better waves here from the Swedish girl. Here we have Catarina on a wave. This looks like it's opened up to be a very nice one. Engaging bottom turn, off the top, laying that layback. That's what we want to see. Very good, Catarina. Turn number 2. Can she stay on the wave? Not, unfortunately, getting pulled off. And here we have Ines. This is action-packed, wave for wave, turn for turn. Both of these girls showing why they want to take the second position. Good turn there from the Portuguese lady. Oh, trying for a cutter. Little bit of a cover-up, not quite. Joining linking sections, turn for turn, Ines Correa. Good wave there from her, going to be a good score. Can we get some scores up on the screen, guys? Let's see how this is going out so far. So there you go. Ines Correa, 6.9 out of 5.73. 12.63 total. Very good heat still. She wants to challenge Muna. Muna getting totals of 17 points in the previous heat. And Joana, just at the moment, Catarina is training a little bit, but hanging out in Indo for the winter. I'm sure she will produce some absolute gems soon. And I really like how she bottom turns there. Laying back, lets that hand loose. Just not quite getting the wave she wants. But still, 4 minutes to go. Loads of time.
Nice one. So Francis, remember, you still need some wave. Okay? You need some wave. So we got 12.63.
So 6.42 for Joanna. She's got a 2 and a high 3. Good scores, but needs to step it up. She's got to go against the 13.93. There you go. Ines for that last wave, hitting the 7s. That's what she wants to do. That's what she needs to continue forward in this double elimination. I mean, the double elimination, the beauty of this system, allows all riders to have a second chance. It's all about second chances. To get that second opportunity to compete and go further in the event. You know, if you get kicked out in the single because you had a bad heat, it wasn't your day, broken some equipment, you still get that second chance to go up and challenge the single elimination champion and try and take the keys to the castle.
Okay, remember guys, we still have 3 minutes 12, okay? We still have 3 minutes.
Catarina on the wave. Unfortunately, there's that middle section of Punta Preta. The wind is just a little bit fluky. Just the kite kind of flutters around. It's just a very hard section to navigate around, but both of these girls doing really well. 2.5 minutes left, so Catarina is going to have to, I reckon she should wait for the set. I can see maybe a little bit of energy at the back. That's what she's going to want to do. Wait for the set, get a bomb, and try and get that high-scoring wave to go past Ines Correa. The winner of this heat will be going up against Muna White. As we were saying, double elimination. Even if they beat Muna White still has another life. She still has another opportunity to beat the runner-up and still claim the crown. So very hard job for the person coming up, but still, nothing is impossible. We saw Ayrton do it in Brazil against Camille, seeing some of the best freestyle strapless riding we have until history. And talking about history, first event to the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cape Verde, and we have one of the best wave riding events ever seen. Joanna straight lining it down off the top, pushing on that back foot. You can see the determination in her face. Another bottom turn, good wave. That's better, starting to get a link in those turns together, starting to get a mojo in. Bottom turn, and again off the top, letting that tail, pushing hard on the back. That's going to be a better scoring wave for her. Going to be interesting to see what the judges will say about that. Looks like she's going to go a little bit further forward in the points.
642. You got a wave of 267 and 375. Okay? You have 1 minute and a half left. Make it count. Okay? Good luck, huh? Okay, no, on the score, so I can see the flag is down. So the light is bringing the score to 3 minutes. And so, but you still have the 1 minute, so you can go. Hold it and wait. I think you still have time. Make it count.
Can hear my watch beeping and beeping. That means less than 1 minute left in this heat. So hopefully we'll be able to see a set so Catarina can take a smack and try and get past Ines Correa. Let me look out the side of my booth. There's some energy coming out the back. I'm not sure it's going to hit in time for them to be able to grab it. So as it stands, Ines Correa is in the lead. Let's get those scores up just in case something drops in time. So 13.93. Catarina would need a 9.93, and unfortunately I can't see waves coming through. So that's going to be it for Joanna Catarina Edding. Amazing riding from her during the whole event. She will be standing in third position, and this lady here, Ines Correa, well done. There's the hang for the high five. She's going to be going up against Muna White to try and take the crown. Coming up next, Ayrton Cosolino against James Carruth.
Well, you won't be going long in the afternoon.
And we're back, day 4 of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cape Verde. And what a day. We are now going to be on with one of the most awaited heats. We have the revenge. Will we see the Ayrton Cosolino duotone and Red Bull rider have his vengeance against the guy that kicked him out in the single elimination? None less than James, the powerhouse Carew from Australia, his teammate from duotone. Both of these guys are very good friends of mine, travel a lot with them. Both of them hang out and spend a lot of time in Tarifa. I can know Sean, James's father, is going to be rooting him on from all the way from Oz. So Sean, a big shout out to you. Sean helped us out hugely at the final event we had in Torquay in December. So can't wait to see him. I hear rumors that he will be coming to Tarifa this year. So that's going to be an absolute ball. So on the water, Ayrton Cosolino, James Carew. Can see both of these guys powering forward. Let's see who's in front. Okay, so James Carew, orange lycra, duotone rider coming in. Looks like he's going to go for the... Whoa, there's some sets coming in the back. James loves the big waves. Let's see what he's got for us on this first section. Oh, he does make it out. That's what we want to see. That's the start. If you're going to go up against Ayrton, you might as well say with a barrel. Boom, off the top, barrel number 2. And turn, bow, off the top. Very good riding here from the Aussie, laying back. That's what we're talking about, that open carving, that lay-back carve that James is famous for. Again, very good wave. That's going to be a good start. Ayrton knows he has to pull out all the stops against this Australian rider, and that's what we're talking. This is going to be action-packed. I'm going to lose my voice after this heat. Tube riding 101 here by Mr. Cosolino. Coming down the line, good bottom turn, engaging, smacking off the top, keeping that kite low, so he stays on that wave. So interesting to see. Let's get some scores up. I'm going to call that James's wave is a little bit better. 2 barrels. That first barrel was very well controlled. Didn't come out through the face. Did come out, let's say, through the whitewash. But first wave of the heat. The action is going to be insane. Like I said, I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this heat. You can see the crowd on the beach. I mean, you want to be on this beach. It's 30 meters away from the point break, so you can feel the energy and you can just hear and feel the electricity. Cape Verde is known for its charisma, known for its vibe, known for its soul, and they, you know, the public is just putting that out to the riders, and this is why these riders go that inch further to position themselves and to create such a spectacle that we are seeing here at the first event of the year. You have James Carew looking at a little section here. Let's see what he's got for us. So coming down with speed, eyeing up the wave. Looks like he might be going for that. Oh, very nice, letting that tail loose on that big first section. Unfortunately, smaller waves, so won't be scored so high. So let's see, let's get some scores up. So an 8.63 there for James Carew. That is a solid first score. He means business, absolute business here. Amazing riding here from the Aussie. He was absolutely killing it. I really love how he does those laid back turns. He barrel number 1, barrel number 2 off the bottom, smacking off the top, destroying that wave. And there you can see Ayrton Cosolino on that wave he had there, 6.73, not as high scoring not as high scoring there as James, but still we know Ayrton is capable of the top numbers. This is why he was 2018 world champion. Ayrton waiting in position. He's got his boys and girls on the beach. He's waiting for those little markers, seeing when those Punta Preto gems come through. Still, James Carew from Oz proving a point why he's one of the best surfers out there. 8.63 to open off the heat. Very good riding from the Aussie, but still 10.5 minutes of action still left. And you can see James freight training through our screen there with the orange lycra. Is he on a wave? Looks like he is. Nice little inside roller here. Is he going to get covered up? No, that's the turn I love. That's the photo finish. It's that layback cutback. Again, that's hitting the wave in the pocket, but unfortunately not landing it. You can see he just got through back from the lip, almost hitting underneath the lip, getting thrown forward, landed, but unfortunately just digging that nose. Ayrton looks like he's eyeing up a smaller section. What are we going to see? Okay, coming down the line, bottom turn, mow, off the top. Not quite a big wave. You can see him stalling. I really like, you can see the control this guy has in the board. He just, you know, the timing he has with the wave. He's in sync with the ocean, in sync with Mother Nature. But hey, this is his break. This is Punta Preta. It's where he's from. It's where he's grown up. So if anybody's going to know it, it's Ayrton Cosolino. But the Aussie, James Carew, proving that he is a serious contender for the crown here in Punta Preta. Ayrton once again turning around. He knows he doesn't have such a good wave. Can call a 7-point ride not such a good way, but here he is. He's trying to get another score, pushing forward, boom, off the top, little bit of a flatter wave. Remember, Ayrton, you can only have 15 waves. You want to make the most. You're up against Carew. You need to get those high scores. There you go, a little bit of an air off the top there, but unfortunately that's not going to be produced as one of the higher ones. James also trying some of those there, landing arse first on that board, but unfortunately just not producing the goods. So still, he has the lead with that 8-point wave. He's going to be looking for that second back up. Let's see what happens. That's the image. Both of these guys firing out the back. The Duotone Neo there. Both of these riders riding for Duotone. Teammates, travel together, party together. You know, one big family. You know, would want to be a fly on one of their shoulders to see if they're stoked and talking to each other. But hey, you know, this is for the second position in the competition. War is on. They might be good friends, but when it comes to water and when it comes to heats, there's nothing but enemies. So James Carew slightly in the lead, and also he has that 8-point rider. So Ayrton needs to be producing a high score to be in contentions for this heat. But I mean, if anybody can do it, it's Mr. Cosolino trimming this kite there just at the end, off the top. Look at the speed there, getting past that first Punta Preta section. Will he be able to make it? He does. Critical positioning. That's the turn the judges want. They want to see you hitting the pocket, letting the tail loose, opening up that shoulder, getting that flow, that arc off the top of the wave. Really good riding here from the Red Bull rider, Ayrton Cosolino. Will we see his wings? Will we see him fly? There you go. Obviously, he had his Red Bull this morning. Cosolino all the way down to the end. Very good wave. That's going to be a high-scoring wave. Interesting to see. Won't say it's going to be as high as an 8-point that James had, but that's going to be a good backup wave for Cosolino. 7 minutes to go, just over half of the heat gone, and I am excited. Here we can see James. This is looking like a gem. Is he going to get it covered up? He's going for it, braking in the barrel. Very nice. Back into the critical zone of the wave. You can see eyeing up the next section. Wants to get a couple of turns on this if he wants to turn it into a 7 or a 6-point ride. Gonna call a 6. I'm going to call a 6. It's, you know, did get a good cover up, one good turn on it, but not as good as that first wave he had. But then, you know, that first wave was a high 8. Ayrton not happy with what he saw there. So there you go. So Ayrton 7.97 for that wave. So he's in the leads, but not by much, only by 1.14. James is still looking for that second score, that backup wave to aim for that perfect 20-point total. Can see the public here on the beach. They are literally 30 meters away from the action. What a place to be able to be 30 meters away. One of the best right-handers in the world, Punta Preta, producing the goods. You can pretty much see the white in the guys' eyes when they're hitting these turns, and you can say hi to them in the barrel from the beach. This is what pushes them to go harder and harder and push the envelope and give us the best surfing, kite surfing we've seen so far in history. Ayrton in front there, white lycra. James Carew in the back on the orange lycra. eyeing up the sections. I can't see too much energy up there. Both of them with two very good rides. Top wave of the heat for Mr. Carew. Ayrton Cosolino trailing slightly there with a 7.97, but on the total, he is in front. Still, early days, 5 minutes to go. I'm calling at least 1 or 2 sets available yet. Going to be interesting to see if Ayrton can get the revenge on the Aussie, because it was the Aussie James Carew that took him out of the single elimination. So there's anger, there's fire, war is on. These are the determined moments in an athlete's career. You know, almost in the finals of an event, it's time to be patient, it's time to be collected, to wait for your moment, wait for your opportunity. Both of these boys are going to be waiting out back. They know that they need the top scores. The little waves aren't going to do it. You can see something on the back there, but you know, they're going to need those high-end score waves. They're going to need the size. They're going to need the sets. Oh, you can just see that fluky Punta Preta middle section where the wind is a little bit up and down. James Carew's kite just doing a little bit of a seagull there, saying hi to us. Hopefully he's been able to control that. You can see Ayrton eyeing something down. You suddenly see him speeding, and I can see why there's some waves in the back. James Carew, is he going to take off on this one? I don't think so. Is he? He's trying to decide. Yep, okay, so he is. He's going to take off on this way. Let's see what he's got for us. So braking, he's obviously aiming up for that tube ride. Does he come out? He does come out. Just got clipped on the end there, taking the board away from him. So that won't be a high-scoring wave. Here we have Mr. Cosolino going for it. Doesn't get the cover up, doesn't get quite underneath. Still going to be a good wave. There's turn number 1 off the top, releasing. Turn number 2, very good, keeping that board underneath his feet. Number 3. Good bottom rail engagement, letting the fins loose. Wants to mix it up a bit though. It's that same turn. Going to be a good wave, good score. Ayrton now, James has to get that backup score. He needs that good wave. Had a good start, had a little bit of a lull in the middle. Let's see if the Aussie can produce that second score to take the win and defend his second position here at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cape Verde. James Carew on the inside, front and center, orange lycra, aiming for that first turn, open the arc. You can see him open that shoulder. This is one of, oh, that's what the judges are looking for. Power through the maneuver, critical section. There's that picture perfect moment I love. He just lays back that shoulder, gets that nice layback. Looks like he's going to be going for a little air here. Does he get it? He does. Looping into contention, coming off of the wave, and Ayrton answering with fierceness. You can see the power, but deciding not to go with that wave. Interesting to see the scores on James's wave there. Had a good solid couple of turns. So Ayrton has a high 7 and an 8. James has an 8. No, that last wave won't be an 8. So James needs a good solid ride to get past Ayrton. 1 minute 47. Still time for a set. Looks like there's something coming up. I can see some of the guys telling me here they can feel the energy. So Ayrton has priority. You can see him further out. So obviously could be 2 ways of doing this. You know, get another wave and destroy it, or hold priority and get past James Carew. If it was some of the Brazilians, I reckon they would try and hold priority, but I know in Ayrton, he wants to give the beach a show. He wants to give a spectacle. Carew on a wave. No, he knows he needs a good one. He's going to go back out. 1 minute 15 left. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful image there for the duotone team. Both of their riders fighting it out, battling it out for second position. Right in front of your screen, James Carew. Oh, I can see some energy. This is what we want to see. It is down to the line. He's seen the movement. He's seen the power. Will he produce that 8-point ride? It's what he's going to need. He's going to need at least an 8-point to get past Cosolino. And let's not forget, Cosolino's behind him, so he can even improve that score. Here you go. Last chance. Aussie James Carew coming down with power. See what he's got for us. Bottom turn. Boom, off the top. Nice speed. Are we going to see a second one? Are we going to see a cover up? There you go. That's what we want. We want that power just getting caught. Ah! getting caught up. Still 25 seconds less. Will we have enough time to get another section? Ayrton eyeing up, getting that barrel. You can see him. He wants it. He wants it. He wants it. Yes! There you go. Another barrel for Ayrton. I can see James Carew. He knows he's got 10-6. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Ayrton Cosolino has made it through. He has taken out the LC. Vengeance is sweet. Amazing riding from both of them. James had the top wave of the heat, but couldn't quite find that second wave. Still, incredible performance here from the Aussie. Congratulations, James, ending up third at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cape Verde. So after this, we're just going to go for one heat break, and we will be back with the final of the ladies between Muna White and Ines Correa. Hey, we can't, because Josh is in with the final for us. Thanks, sorry, over. Hey, Josh, how you doing? I'll catch you in 15 minutes. Thank you for being here. Sure, thanks for having me.
Tem mais mega do que Megatron. Consiga ter ninguém pra flamar, just tá bom. Olha vídeo só na qualidade, é bom. Bordado no inteiro, só tá baixa som. Tem swag, tem tanto mega como podia abrir um cyber. Boco cham na WhatsApp, bota o cham na vibe. Supermod do board, não sei qual swag, supermod no board. Mistura palco, swag e repeat, Manda 50 meme e repeat, Hoje é tudo se snap e repeat, Se perguntou, liga net e repeat. É power,
Mulher de juventude e nós é power. Swag é costume e grita power. E bateria quente luz, corta com power. Power aqui na hora de dormir.
Exagera na partida.
Só mod pro pôr.
Todo vídeo, todo dia.
Só mod pro pôr.
Entro na fotografia.
Só mod pro pôr. E nós é boss swag. Só mod no pôr.
Reativa os teus pacotes PST e acumula os teus megas para gastares como quiseres. Exagera nas tuas partilhas, porque tu podes.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre connosco.
Este é o Carlos e este é o Lucas. A única coisa que têm em comum é a grande amizade que os une. Carlos é o mais seguro e relaxado. Como sabe que mais vale prevenir que remediar, tem um seguro garantia para cada imprevisto. No dia-a-dia, na saúde, na vida e no futuro. Assim, está sempre na boa. Já o Lucas anda sempre preocupado com o que pode correr mal. E não é para menos. Ainda este ano foram de férias juntos. Para o Carlos, foram umas férias super descansadas, porque tinha o seguro de viagem e de assistência em viagem da garantia que o protegia em caso de perda ou extravio das malas e ainda lhe garantia assistência médica. Já o Lucas quase nem saiu do hotel, com medo de ter um acidente ou apanhar alguma doença, porque não estaria protegido. Já a família, o património e o futuro do Carlos estarão sempre bem protegidos. Isso é garantido. Ou melhor, é Garantia Seguros.
Welcome everybody to the first event of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here on the island of Sal in Cape Verde. As you can see behind me, we have perfect conditions. This is the start we wanted to this year. We have 39 male riders and 13 women riders battling it out from all countries over the world to crown themselves the champion of Cape Verde.
I'm here in Punta Preta. It's one of the best spots in the world for kite, surf and windsurf, you know, all the nautic sport. It's the nice thing of this sport because the wave he breaks really close to the rock, but it means close to the rock, but there is this safe distance. The waves start to break like really far away down there, and then it will tilt down there on the beach. So it's around, we can say, like 1.5 kilometers of wave. So this is really nice because you have some nice barrel, the wind is a little bit side off, sometimes side shore as well. So then he gives you the chance to do much as possible maneuver on the wave.
Highlights of the day, Paulino Pereira 9.7. He got one of the best barrels we've seen so far on tour. Then also local riders, the talent here is amazing. Titi Lopez kicking guys out like Pedro Matos going through all the way to round 3. And then of course, Mitu Monteiro showing why he is one of the hardest locals here at Punta Preta with just consistency turn after turn. It's been amazing to see. We've had such a good day 1. I can't wait to see day 2. And what a day 2 we've had. We've got through the single elimination. In the men's, Mitu Monteiro winning at his home break. He's been unstoppable. Barrel after barrel, vertical turns. That's why he has taken this event. In second position, James Carew coming all the way up through the single, kicking out the likes of Sebastian Ribeiro and Erto Cosolino to go up against Mitu in that super final. In third position, Machu Lopez, backside riding, absolutely destroying Punta Preta. And then the surprise rider in this event, Francesco Capuzzo, backside riding, incredible vertical turns, but unfortunately going down against Machu. Then on the ladies, we've had the queen, Muna White, coming back from an injury. Has had a bulging disc for the last 3 events, coming back strong and taking the win. She went to take on the event, and then Joanna Caterina came in second. Charlotte Carpentier in third, really good result for her. And then in fourth position was Frances Kelly from Canada.
Tem mais mega do que Megatron. Consiga ter ninguém pra falar, mas já está bom. Olha vídeo só na qualidade, é bom. Acordado no inteiro, solta baixa som. Tem swag, tem tanto mega como podia abrir um cyber. Boca cham na WhatsApp, bota o cham na vibe.
Supermod, pode, não sei qual swag, supermod no pode. Mistura palco, swag e repeat, Manda 50 meme e repeat, Hoje é tudo se snap e repeat, Eles perguntou, liga net e repeat. É power, poder de juventude não sei power. Swag é costume, grita power. E bateria quente luz, corta com power. Power aqui na hora de dormir.
Exagera na partilha.
Supermod, pode.
Todo vídeo, todo dia.
Supermod, pode.
Entrou na fotografia.
Supermod, pode. Não sei qual swag, supermod no pode.
Reativa os teus pacotes PST e acumula os teus megas para gastares como quiseres. Exagera nas tuas partilhas, porque tu podes.
Welcome back to day 4 of the GKA Cabo Verde World Cup here in Cabo Verde. What an action-packed day 4. We have Inés Correa making it all the way up in the doubles and is going to be on the water next, trying to take the crown from Hawaiian Muna White for the event. And then we have Ayrton Cosolino has made it back. He had a vengeance, just took out James Carew, and will be going up against Mitu Monteiro. Both of these riders, Inés and Ayrton, will have to win twice against the single elimination winners if they want to take the keys to the castle. With me in the booth, I have Josh Angulo. Josh, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Really good to be here, Joe. The conditions are going off. You've been here all day. I was able to just roll up now. Perfect timing. Big final. That's the start. Green flag, right? We got it going up. But
15 minutes.
Muna White, Inés Correa. This is going to be a tough one. No, both those girls. Muna from North Shore, Oahu. She's got the first one. Is this her coming in? I can't tell the kites apart yet, James. Let's see what's going on. I'll have to hand it to you. But basically, I see the girls, they're jockeying on the outside, trying to line it up, wait for a set. Getting back, Muna is daughter of Richard White, windsurf legend from Backyards, Hawaii. When she told me that when I met her last year, a year ago, I was like, oh, you're Richard's daughter? No way. Yeah, Richard is a solid shredder from way back when, and good to see the generational pass.
Absolutely. I mean, it's good to see the different generations and to see everybody here at Cape Verde just having a good time. Like you say, joining, you know, families from different sports having the love for that water. You know, all of us are watermen and water women. Here we have Inés Correa on the first wave of the heat. Let's see what she's got for us. Nice little top turn, keeping it easy. We want to be seeing her go more vertical. She is letting that tail loose, but we do need to see a little bit more determination and commitment. Muna White in the back, coming from Hawaii, orange lycra, eyeing up a section. She is one of the most vertical riders out there. Still quite a flat wave, but let's see what the score happens.
Well, Muna, it was off screen, but she had some really good turns right off the start of the peak. It was good to see her to get some vertical hits. She definitely had one really good one I saw. And it's hard for the camera guys to get both at the same time, obviously, but they're doing their best, doing a great job. Big set coming in right now. Muna switched around, a little bit late for that one. The offshores, looks like Inés is lined up, coming into this one from deep. Let's see what she's done. She's offshore, she's gotta come from behind. She's kind of trying to get into that, just holding it up there, late takeoff. Okay, she sticks the drop, come around the bottom, a little bit of a setup turn. And with these offshores, she's struggling to really get it as vertical as she wants, but she's definitely hanging in there. She's flicking that board around. She's got the little tail slide. Looks like a pretty loose board she's riding. She probably understands the offshore. She needs that loose board to get the tail freed up. So she's definitely opted for some equipment that's allowed her to open that tail up a little bit with the offshore winds. This is, what do you say there, Joe?
Yeah, definitely. You can see both of these girls. Offshore conditions, super hard to ride. It is very difficult. You know, like you were saying yesterday, Josh, the wave is pushing you one way, the wind is pushing you the other. You're in the middle of a washing machine trying to make it look easy. So yeah, very difficult and amazing what these girls and how far the power has been going through and how far the progression of the women's rider has improved. And on the water now, two of the best girls out there. You got Muna White from Hawaii, you know, super stylish, super collected, Cabrinha rider, and then we have the powerhouse Portuguese destructor Inês Correa, local here in South, so knows Punta Preta really well. Josh, you've lived here for a very long time, won events here, you're one of the windsurfing legends, and you know, I remember we've seen posters of you flying off the lip of this wave. What do you need to have to be a Punta Preta champion?
I mean, I guess you gotta to be a champion here, you gotta have a strong drive to get through the whole week. It's pretty brutal to heat in, heat out. Your muscles start cramping up. You're just trying to stay focused. You know, guys like me too, I pulled him to the side. I said, look, everybody's going to want something from you. Me too, what's up, photo, blah, blah. Bro, stay focused, give the big aloha shaka, but just walk straight in and out of the water. Keep the focus. You can give everybody hugs once you got the trophy in your hand. I think it's the same for all the guys. Try to keep the focus all the way through the event. That's always like any event, but when you are one of the local guys representing the country, as I did back in the day, and as the boy, who's that girl just standing up and getting barrels? She was just charging, and it was so big. I'm looking at like, I don't want to go out today. And Muna was just there dropping in, getting drained with the boys. So she's from that North Shore Oahu pedigree. Hawaii is definitely the beating ground that allows you to get that, just that base, water sports base, and she's definitely shown that and pretty much has dominated here in Punta Preta. Saying that, tricky day, Inês has probably got the lead. I haven't looked at the scores right now, but she's got a couple waves under her belt. She's kind of waited her time. She's got the picking up a big one right now. Inês Correa, she's going to be able to handle. Oh my goodness, that was a big donut. Hopefully the board doesn't hit her flying out. She's still flying, still getting the board whipped around. Wow. Hopefully the girls are okay. This is challenging stuff. She looks fine. No worries. She's like, I had my kuchupa this morning. I'm good to go. Woo! I'm getting psyched up. This is the girls' final. And hey, look. Equalism, whatever, but the boys are coming up. The girls are warming it up. We got a Ayrton Cozzolini, Mitu Montero final on tap. It's going to be one of the gnarliest things ever. I don't know who I'm going for. I don't know what's going on, but it's going to be crazy. Joe, it's warming up out there. The girls just had a tough one there, and we got a big set on the horizon.
Definitely looks like there's a big set out the back. I mean, both of these girls completely kingling it. It's really, really tough conditions out there. Like you've been saying, to be a champion out here, you have to be focused. You have to keep your mojo together. You know, go in on the water. Make sure you know what you want to do, what you want to produce, because Punta Preta is one of the hardest waves out there. As you can see, local knowledge right there. Inês Correa, 10.53. So she is in the lead. Muna White only having one wave, but out the back. We can see Mother Nature giving us a bit of energy. We can see one of the bigger sets coming through. I can see the Cabrinha Drifter moving up and down. That means Mrs. White is going to be getting a big set. Let's see what she can produce for her. That's a beauty. A little bit further on the outside. Can she edge into it? Unfortunately not. It looks like the wind's really offshore out there. Hard to be in the correct section. So we can see Muna going back to the beginning of the Punta Preta break, and Inês coming in on an absolute bomb. Can she push onto it? Yes, she can. This is going to be a very good wave. Coming down, Inês Correa from Portugal. Bottom turning off the top, letting that tail loose, pushing out that back foot, letting those fins go. One more time. There you go. That's what we call a good term. That's the power again in the power section. I mean, if you're going to do it, you are going to do it in the final. Let's remind everybody, Inês Correa will have to beat Muna twice if she wants to take the crown. So we will have to see and be here on the edge of our seats to see if the Portuguese lady can beat the Hawaiian.
What's happening, Joe? We got the incoming tide right now, so the already offshore conditions are becoming harder and harder. The waves are getting closer to the rocks. The walls are wrapping in even a more straight offshore position. Muna's got into this one. She timed that right. She's fading. She's going to have a good setup. This is a really good wave. Let's see what she can do with this. This is her wave to make the turn the tables. Nice bottom turn set up off the lip. She's racing down the line. She's going to slow it down a little bit and come underneath, come up top, wrapping it around. Really smooth style. She's got the best in the business. She's all the way down the line. Oh, that's going to be probably the best score, though. I'm calling together with that last wave of Ines. They'll be battling head to head. She's going all the way. Smart competitor, waited, picked up her wave, still going. The judges can see it from up top. They're seeing the spray out the back, kind of guesstimating. We got Ines lining it up. And there's a bigger set out the back. Ines is rolling in here, Joe. She's trying to pump into this one. The crowd is lighting up. Everybody's firing up. Big race down the track. Offshore, as you can hear the crowd in the background. Oh, she's going for the big crack. Almost makes it. That was a heavy one.
That was a heavy one, but I mean, this is the final, Josh. It's commitment. It's hitting the wave in that pocket. It's hitting it in the right area. Definitely Muna right. I reckon is going to be going in front, if I'm not mistaken, with that second wave. Made it all the way down to the inside section of Punta Preta. There you go, 8.47. Very good wave, showing why she is one of the best wave riders out there and why, at the moment, she is the winner of the single elimination here in Cabo Verde. But Ines Correa, local here, she knows this place. She knows where to hit it. She knows what's happening. And I can see her planing out the back to get to those sets. Talk about planing, coming down with style and with power. Muna White on the wave, orange lycra off the top, just getting a little setup turn there. We're going to see going out to the flats, engaging in the bottom turn again, letting that tail loose. Nice connection, moving to the next section. She's, you know, very intelligent riding here from the Hawaiian. She knows she just needs to join the sections, join the turns, rack up those points. She only has to beat Ines once to stick that crown on her head, and at the moment it looks like she's doing it. This is action-packed, wave after wave. Ines a little bit more powerful than Hawaiian. This is going to be a good wave if she can make it all the way to the bottom. So 2 turns in the bag. Number 3 off the flats, letting loose, just unfortunately not making it. A little bit, let's say a little bit worse wave selection, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, once again, with the upcoming tide and the offshore winds, I think what's happening right now, what we're seeing is they're getting what they can get. They're just kind of trying to line it up, and some of them you're trying to get in, you just can't get in the one you think you want. It switches a little bit, backs up off the reef. So they've actually both done really well to get a couple bombs, and it's still close, but Muna did get that set wave, and that's just going to take her that much harder. She just whipped right back into one more. So now she's warming up. She's feeling good. This one's opening up. We've got a little more north in it. It's going to have a little bit of a rip down the line. She's got the ability. There you go. That one stayed open for her. She's got to sneak out of there now. She can do the old Exaruni. Okay, so Moon, you know, it's tricky out there, Joe. That's the reality, and those girls are killing it.
Definitely looks tricky. I mean, we're talking about Punta Preta here, Josh, and you know this wave really well, and you can see the conditions are hard. That incoming tide, that I think they are taking what they can, and you know, it's a little bit fluky-goosey, as you would say yesterday, but on the back, it looks like Mother Nature is going to try and prove us wrong and prove why Punta Preta. I can see Josh standing up, getting excited, and he's giving me all the moves here. He's telling us that there is a good set coming through. Ines looks like she's seen it. White lycra, right-hand side of your screen. She is at the upwind mark. She knows she has to get a score. She is going to be going after the crown to take it away from Muna White.
So what happened there is Muna went outside of Ines. Ines kind of missed the first one. Muna just came in, swooped into this one. Really good one, lining up. Big hit off the top. Coming around the bottom. Let's see, lining it up. Big bottom turn. Wham! She's just running away with this right now. She's getting some really good ones. She's kind of just warmed up, got the butterflies out. She'd missed a couple earlier waves. On point, super stylish, and picked up the right waves. So she's definitely going to extend her lead, in my opinion, on that one. That was a good one. Ines, on the other hand, heats go like that. They ebb and flow. Sometimes momentum switches. Ines started off with the momentum. Muna was struggling a little bit, and now Ines is having a little bit of a down patch, which I'm sure she'll get back into the swing of it, but she does need to sit and wait, get up the top, and get one of those north ones that opens up a little bit to be able to get a couple turns.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these girls are eyeing each other up very close. 16.04 for Muna White. She is getting those combos up, a little bit more consistency, an 8 and a 7, but still, Ines has a 7 and is more than capable of producing an 8. But you know, just over 2 minutes left of this heat. We're going to be maybe seeing another set. Hopefully the Punta Preta gods will be hearing us and sending us some waves. But still, very close heat here. But I mean, this is the final of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup of the women's division here. Punta Preta, Isla de Sal, Cabo Verde. So if it's going to be down to the line, it's going to be here.
Whew, what a week. What a week from day one, right out of the gates, firing 6 to 8 foot swell. It's been pumping all week. That's what this place does. It can hibernate for a while. This winter started off cranking October, November, big swells. Everything mellowed out. We were without surf, without wind, and now it's come all at once. The machine is turned on. We got the high pressures pumping. We got the low pressures pumping. We got trades. We got surf. It's been a sick week. We got a week ahead of us. We got the freestyle coming up over at Kite Beach. Muna on another one. She's feeling it. Victory lap. She's coming down. Feeling really good. She's going to take one back to Hawaii with her. There's not out of time yet, but it is winding down. And we got 1 minute to go for Ines to make a big turnaround. However, Muna's low score is higher than Ines's high score, so it's going to be tricky. She's going to have to really pull out a bit. We do have one big set on the horizon. I can see it here. We got 40 seconds to go. I don't know. Well, it will get here in time. It's going to be tricky. Ines Correa is going to have one last shot at this.
Yeah, but I mean, we've seen heat after heat here at the competition. It's not over until the buzzer, and it looks like Ines has decided to say, okay, this is the wave that I'm going to do it on. Let's see what she's got for us. Pumping in a little bit more on the inside. Let's see if this section will open up. Bit of a flat turn there. We want to be seeing that verticality. It is a small runner, but it looks like quite a clean one, so maybe she can score a few points on this. 14 seconds to go. And Muna White on the outside looked like she's taking another one, following Ines at the moment. There we go, Muna White on another very good set wave. Gonna straight train it a little bit here to get past that inside section. So I think it's safe to say Muna White is your 2019 GKA Kitesurf World Cup winner here in the first event of the year, Cabo Verde, Isla de Sal. Congratulations, Muna White.
Este é o Carlos e este é o Lucas. A única coisa que têm em comum é a grande amizade que os une. Carlos é o mais seguro e relaxado. Como sabe que mais vale prevenir que remediar, tem um seguro garantia para cada imprevisto. No dia a dia, na saúde, na vida e no futuro. Assim, está sempre na boa. Já o Lucas anda sempre preocupado com o que pode correr mal. E não é para menos. Ainda este ano foram de férias juntos. Para o Carlos, foram umas férias super descansadas, porque tinha o seguro de viagem e de assistência em viagem da garantia que o protegia em caso de perda ou extravio das malas e ainda lhe garantia assistência médica. Já o Lucas quase nem saiu do hotel, com medo de ter um acidente ou apanhar alguma doença, porque não estaria protegido. Já a família, o património e o futuro do Carlos estarão sempre bem protegidos. Isso é garantido. Ou melhor, é Garantia Seguros.
Okay, this is the moment we've all been waiting for, Josh. In the water, Ayrton Cosolino and Mitu Monteiro. Mitu in the single elimination was in a world of his own, absolutely destroying. And you can see him here on the wave, that first wave, amazing. Ayrton White Lycra. Ayrton White Lycra on the wave right now, coming down. He is pushing hard. Top turn off the top. Let's see, he's got another turn. These guys are starting with fire. This is on its wall. Very nice wave here from Cosolino. Once again, joining those turns up. Hard, powerful moves. One more time. Going all the way down to the bottom. Incredible from Mr. Ayrton Cosolino. Josh, what did you think?
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That was heavy. I didn't watch what you watched on the screen, to be honest. I was peeking out the other side. So what I saw there was Mitu doing his wizard deal in the tube, which is what only he does. Little stall, total styling interaction with the barrel, little double cover up. And Ayrton is probably going to drop a 9 or something. He kind of just destroyed that wave. And that was heavy. So it was a big exchange. Hard to say which way it'll go. My feeling was Ayrton got the heads up. Mitu dropping in right now. Another tube. Little cover up, little bit of a shampoo. Wasn't super deep. Nice cut back, lay back, one-handed snap. He's got that layback snap that only he does, really. Super loosey-goosey for these conditions. He makes it look easy, which it's obviously not. We've seen that time and time again, coming in for the air section. Boom, got the air. Oh, one-footed air. Oh, yeah, buddy, that's the one. That was sick.
Oh, man. Mitu Monteiro, the master. I mean, this is his home break. And like we say, in the single elimination was on fire. Kind of like you say, he has that little wizardry. He's in contact with those barrels. He seems like he has those on tap. And you can just see little variation there of the air section, getting that little 1 foot, landing centimeters away from those rocks. There you go, that first wave. 9.2. That's a way to start a heater. Josh and Ayrton Cosolino also a good wave, but still a 7.87. I mean, almost this is like the teacher versus the student. You know, Ayrton, all of these youngsters have been watching Mitu from day one. He is the godfather of the strapless discipline. Some information on him, his first World Cup competition was back in 2003. I doubt Ayrton was even kiting in those days, but still you can just see Mitu on the top of his game and on the top of the podium and on the top of this heat. Ayrton has his work cut out for him.
Well, what we saw there, Joe, is the judges really like those tubes. You know, fair enough. To get in there and position himself like he did a little snap stall, almost layback, buttons, Kaluyo Kalani stylish little tube session there, and that's what's setting him apart. That's what set him apart the other day. Ayrton had the bigger wave all the way through, but it was a bit repetitious in that same kind of snap, which is super hard, but he was missing the different kind of mix it up situation. So he knows what he's got to do. He knows that Mitu's got the tube on tap, and that's Mitu's weapon that he pretty much dominates here. There's nobody that's riding the barrel out here better than Mitu, and that's been what's really set him apart, along with the variety of moves. The one-footed air we just saw, grab rail, one-footed air. We got Mitu coming in right now, setting it up. He just keeps it mellow and easy. Boom, snap it right in the tube, little duct in there every single time and time again. The guy's got it on tap. He knows what he's doing. Big air section. Oh, little bit. Got the. That's a hard one to hold on to.
I mean, yeah, that is so technical to be able to hold on to that, but he just has that tube section like no tomorrow. It seems like he calls Punta Preta and gets on it, and I can see a little wave, well, to say little, I can see a big wave, and the big man, Cosolino, bottom turning, destroying Lilit, coming down. Really nice power from again, joining up that second section with the turn. Is he going to get a cover up? He is. This is going to be a high scoring wave. Unfortunately getting clipped. You can just see how he is reading the wave, trying to get underneath, get covered up, get in that cathedral, as we would say, but not quite pulling it off. Mitu on yet another bomb. Here we go, one more turn off the top. Talk about hitting it in the critical section. Look how he just holds that board underneath him. Are we going to see the air? We are. He will see what variation he has for us here. Little air. Oh! Look at it, he's happy. You can see the smile. He's giving the crowd the shaka, and the shakas are going left, right, and center here on the beach at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cape Verde. This is the final.
Oh yeah, I love it. The grommets, they're doing it. All the boys, they're growing up, they're killing it. I love to see it, man. The boys have come a long way. All the little surf rats are just in their own, top level professionals, the best in the world. Cape Verde is the kite surfing what Brazil is to surfing right now. It's basically a breeding ground of just rippers feeding off of each other and pretty much dominating the scene. And going on that tube, look at Mitu's got a 16.03. Ayrton, they're close. That 9.2 from Mitu's setting him apart. Hard to compete with when you get a big score like that. I'm not going to put it out of the realms of Ayrton, who's just a machine. That guy is like until the last 2 seconds below. You don't want to count him out. So we're kind of waiting for that. But going to Ayrton, that tube, what a lot of people might not know, Ayrton's riding switch dance out there. The kid is a goofy foot surfer. So he has trained himself in kiting to pretty much go both ways. And you don't even notice it, but that's going to make it a little bit hard. I've seen that him pulling in the tube compared to how he surfs the lefts. It's just a little bit that extra effort. I mean, riding switch dance, how hard is it even to stand up on a board, let alone kill it going the other way? So it's almost an extra effort from his end, and Mitu just got that thing dialed. How was that last wave from Mitu, Joe?
I mean, it's like you say, he's a wizard. He just seems to be in contact with Punta Preta. He knows where to go, where to hit it. It is his home break, and he's not going to give the keys to the castle away easily, even though I wouldn't put it past Ayrton Cosolino, who's rode all the way up through the doubles and wants to come back and claim that title. But he has his work cut out for him, and he still needs a 9.2 to be able to take that first position. If anybody can do it, it's Mr. Cosolino, but hey, I don't take away that Mitu can go as well. Ayrton covering up, he's looking for that second section. Is it? Oh, look how he just tries to get back in that tube, but unfortunately couldn't get into it. So still, Mitu has that high score, probably looking for that backup wave, looking for that second wave out the back so he can have that combination. 17.08 for Monteiro. So he's got a 9 and a high 7. Ayrton has a high 7, needs a 9.2. 7 minutes of the heat left, loads of time, and looks like out the back we can see some big waves coming through. Mitu, I can see that F1 Bandit going up and down, up and down. Does that mean we're going to see another wave from the Magician? And Ayrton, like a bat out of hell, planing all the way up there. He's obviously seen what energy is coming through. Both of these boys are in contact with Punta Preta. Coming in front and center, Orange Lyco, Mitu Monteiro picking up yet another. Whoa! There you go, Shaka's claiming it. And a big air, does he land it with a high up? Oh, this is it. Mitu's having fun. He's in sync. He wants it. You can see Ayrton here as well, seen that. He was behind him, has seen what Mitu has done. Oh, very nice ride there from Ayrton. Unfortunately, not getting past that section. Obviously, he saw that wave from Mitu, knew he has to step it up. And at the moment, Mitu is in front in this heat.
About pins and needles here, Joe. This is too much fun to watch. Those boys just went up to the top of the reef where it's basically just deadly. Straight offshore, barreling, and just both of them pulled in. Ayrton got a deep one, was looking like a little backdoor cavern up there. Came out of that, escape hatched, and my goodness, these guys are on fire. What we are seeing from Mitu is he is the consummate professional. He was sitting on top of the leaders board for a reason. He didn't get there by chance. He was able to maintain that position. Sitting there watching the guys come up from the bottom, you can easily get your little butterfly and everything. But Mitu just hung tough, and right now he's pretty much, you know, how much time we got, let's see here, we got 5, oh, we got plenty time. This is far from over. Mitu has got all high scores. Ayrton just about needs to pick off the right wave. Right now he's got to pick off the right wave, breathe, relax, and he's still in it. We'll see what happens from here out. Who we got? We got the kite coming in. That's Mitu coming in. He's on fire. He's lining it up. I never know what this guy's going to do. A big barrel, big air, big hack. Line up turn, coming down from underneath. Little stall section. Boom, boom. Oh, deepy boy. We love it. He's just in that thing. Another one. Gets pulled out the back. Ayrton from behind, set up, little setup turn, Big turns by Ayrton. He's going for the vertical approach. He knows Mitu's got the tube. He's trying to fight fire with fire. Sometimes hard to do. I'm kind of waiting for that big Ayrton air. The wind is so offshore. To get the air today, it's not working in Ayrton's favor, because to get that air and land in front of the wave is going to be tricky. And sometimes that's just how contests are. Sometimes it favors one guy. With Mitu having that tube on tap the way he does, which nobody else has the way he's got it, he's got the advantage today, Joe.
Definitely has the advantage there. He has that local knowledge. He's been here, done it, knows what he has to do. He's up against the 2018 world champion, so he knows he has to pull all the weapons out of his arsenal. And I think his arsenal at the moment is firing with power. You can see him getting those barrels, like you say. It's almost as if he has them on tap. I mean, in that last wave, getting barreled twice, getting those top turns, Mitu is on. He wants this. He wants to keep his crown and have the GKA Kitesurf World Cup win here in Cape Verde for the first event. Can see both the boys out the back. You've got 3 minutes 43 seconds left, so I reckon probably enough time for another set, another wave, and I want another wave. I mean, this is such a final. They are going turn for turn, wave for wave. Ayrton maybe has a little bit more advantage when it comes to the air maneuvers, but Mitu is in a world of himself at the moment with the barrels. Looks like he had a little roller there, didn't quite get it on camera, but still he's just keeping him busy. I guess also, Josh, you want to keep the rhythm flowing, so if you're in a roll, even if you just take off on a little roll, just to get, keep that adrenaline at a high, that must be an important point as a competitor.
Well, exactly. What he's doing is smart. He's staying up by the rocks. Punta Preta, you don't want to necessarily go way out there. Anytime I've competed here, you want to hang up by the rocks, be upwind. Sometimes your guys, they're your competitors. See, Mitu's rolling in. He's hanging here. He's not going to gain anything by being way out there, because when the sets come, they're 2 to 3 waves, and it's even picking which one and lining it up is tricky either for him or Ayrton, so there's no real advantage of staying too far out the back. He's staying in tight, upwind. You got to get these peaks from behind, rolling deep. For sure with the kite, these guys are basically toe surfing into these things. I mean, with this much wind, they're not even have to really fly the kite that much. They're just getting fully yanked, fully jacked up. A lot of wind out there today, but with that offshore direction, it's challenging. I'm pretty stoked to see these two kids. I mean, I've watched both these boys grow up, been to the beach together, we've been surfing since day one together, and it's just awesome. I mean, Ayrton with his dad, Libero, just kind of really feeding into his career and helping him get to where he's at, and Mitu, his mom, I saw her just really sacrifice to help him get his first kite together, and I feel really blessed to be a part of the history of watching this whole Cape Verde thing explode and go through the roof like it has in the last years, and it's just been an amazing run. We have a lot of sick water guys here and girls, and it's only getting better. And it's just, my kids are a part of it, their kids are a part of it. Mitu's little boy just kills it. Michael Montero, I don't know how, he's like 7. He just turned 7 the other day, had a birthday actually, and he charges Punta Preta from the peak. It's like Hawaii. It's like a Hawaii over here.
Yeah, it's generations on generations, and it's so good to see those youngsters coming up. One of the things about Cape Verde, the vibe, the energy, the electricity you can feel in the culture. This is why these guys are hungry, and they have their heroes out there. You have Mitu Monteiro, who has been at it, and you can see Ayrton as well. So good to see them fighting it out for their local peak and the first event of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup here in Cape Verde. But counting down, we have 1 minute left in this final. Just a small reminder, if Ayrton can pull out the goods, which is over a 9.36, don't put it past Ayrton, but he will have to compete against Mitu Monteiro again. So let's see if Mother Nature will give us one more set, because at the moment, Mitu Monteiro in a level of his own, especially the advantage on the tube riding that he's had, is in the front of this final. You can see Ayrton Cosolino eyeing something up. He knows the final closing moments of the heat. What will he give us? What will he decide? Looks like it's a good wave. Needs a 9.36. Let's get those scores up soon. See exactly the numbers. This is going to be down to the minute. Ayrton Cosolino on the last wave of his heat. Coming in, white lycra, Red Bull and two-tone rider. Ayrton Cosolino, he's stalling. He's looking for that barrel. There you go. He's got it. He's got it. Comes out the front. Very good quality ride there from the Cape Verdean. Looking for that air at the end. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it. And will we see Mitu Monteiro? I don't know if he's on another wave. He isn't. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The GKA Kitesurf World Cup winner here in Cape Verde, none less than Mitu Monteiro. Congratulations, Mitu, and an amazing performance there from Ayrton Cosolino. Stay with us because we will be moving to the live stream, to the ceremony behind us. Josh, thank you very much for being here. Like you say, you've been such a part of the heritage here. Give us some words. What do you want to say to this man on the water right now?
Well, big congrats to everybody. Look at these boys shaking hands as they roll in on the wave. That's Cape Verdean style. Joe Silva, the organizers, Joe and Jod and Debu, the government of Cape Verde, GKA, everybody, Mitu Monteiro's family, big congrats to the whole Cape Verdean community. We're on top, guys, and we love it. Thank you guys out there. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Josh, and thanks everybody. Awesome to be here. Stick with us. We're going to go over to the ceremony of the GKA Kitesurf World Cup in Cape Verde.
Tem mais mega do que Megatron. Consiga ter ninguém pra falar, mas just tá bom. Olha a vídeo, só na qualidade é bom. Bordado no tinteiro, solta baixa som. Tem swag, tem tanto mega como podia abrir um cyber. Boco cham na WhatsApp, bota o cham na Viber.
Supermod, pode, não sei qual swag, supermod no pode. Estoura palco, swag e repeat, Manda 50 meme e repeat, Hoje é tudo se snap e repeat, Eles perguntam, liga net e repeat. É power, poder de juventude não sei power. Swag é costume, grita power. E bateria quente lua, com power. Power aqui na hora de dormir.
Exagera na partilha.
Supermod, pode.
Tudo vídeo, tudo dia.
Supermod, pode.
Entrou na fotografia.
Supermod, pode. Não sei qual swag, supermod no pode.
teus pacotes PST e acumula os teus megas para gastares como quiseres. Exagera nas tuas partilhas, porque tu podes.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre connosco.
Transmitir o live stream com o mundo inteiro para pegar ali, eu não sou. Esse no jogo, tem nova praia limpa, tem outra pinta. Estou em tudo na praia, óbvio que praia, irmão. Tá,
Okay, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the ceremony here for the GKA Kitesurf World Cup 2019 in Sao. What an event it has been. We have seen Mitu Monteiro go on top of the podium, defending his title against Ayrton Cosolino. It's been action-packed. We've had 4 days of non-stop perfect right hand in Punta Preta. It's been a one to watch, and thank you very much for tuning into the live stream every single day. Also, the ladies, Muna White taking the win here. Really good riding from the Hawaiian. You could see how she was just linking up turn for turn, power move for power move, and this is why she has taken home the crown of Punta Preta. We're just getting ready here with the ceremony. All the riders, I can see them just starting to turn up, all the organizers. Everybody has a smile on their face. You can see the crowd around me. They are stoked. I mean, to have an event like this, the first event of the tour of 2019, and be able to produce these kind of conditions, this event is going to go down in history. And this is why Cabo Verde is one of the best places to come in the world to kitesurf. The energy, the electricity, the people, the culture, the music, the food. You have got to make sure that one time in your life you come to Cabo Verde. So I can see some of the riders coming off. I know you can't see it on the screens, but I can start to see Ayrton coming in, rolling in. He has done such a good event. You know, Ayrton Cosolino needs no introduction. Duotone rider, Red Bull rider. Looks like he took a few Red Bulls to give the wings that he had today to do some of those airs. But hey, he came up against Mitu Monteiro. Both of these guys are grown up. I know a lot of them have been looking up to Mitu from the beginning. So anyway, if you're going to lose in the final against someone, at least it to be against a friend. And I know both of them, you could just see them on that wave coming in, holding hands, shackles up. That's what we want to see. This is the sport. We want the passion, we want the friendship, we want the ambassadors. And these guys are the best at what they do. Like to take the opportunity to thank our organizer, Nautic Sport. It's been amazing to be here. They have helped us out and have allowed us to be here. Also, Ministerio de Sport, Ministerio de Turismo y Transporte, F1, Green Studios, Cámara Municipal de Sao, TRG, ASA, Telecom, New Horizon, TUI, Osho, Scuba Academy, BBB, Cabo Can, everybody that has put their little grain of to be able to make this happen. Let's maybe see if we can get the camera on what is happening over here. I can see over the crowd the Cape Verdean flag flying, and we can see both of these guys up in the air. You can see Mitu Monteiro. Let's see if we can record this, please. There you go, there the boys. I can see the smiles left, right and center. So it's amazing to see Mitu Monteiro on my right-hand side, Ayrton Cosolino on the left, Cape Verdean flag in the air. It's the Cabo Verde event, and the Cape Verdeans have taken the crowd. That's what we want to see. Look at this energy. Epa! Can just get in our tour manager here just to give me a little info, Tom. So Tom is gonna explain what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, we're gonna run the women's podium first, and then we're gonna get the guys on stage. So just give us a minute, and you'll see the girls first.
So like you said, just give us a minute. I mean, the emotion, the power that is coming out from this crowd. You can see they're local boys, they're local girls, they're on top. You can see Inés Correia was number 2 at this event. She is a local. She comes from Portugal, is number 2. You're going to see her on the podium. Muna White taking the win. But coming through from the back, I can see Bigfoot, Joe Silva's brother. He wants to get Ayrton on his shoulders and come through. Okay, so welcome everybody to the prize giving here. It's so good to be in Cape Verde. A big round of applause to everybody here. I mean, what a start to the GKA Kitesurf World Cup. First event here in Cabo Verde. I want to give a big shout out to this man in front of me, Joe Silva from Nautic Sport. Joe, thank you for getting this event here. Also, a big shout out to everybody that makes this event happen. Every little grain of sand that lets us have this beautiful conditions, the praying from Joe, all the different sponsors, Ministerio de Sport, Ministerio de Turismo y Transporte, F1, I know Rafael Salas is here, thank you very much for your support. Green Studio, Câmara Municipal de Sal, TRG, ASA, Telecom, New Horizon, TWI, Ojo, Scuba Caribe, BBB, Cano Can, Superboc, the beer that we're going to be drinking at the party. Thank you very much for your help in making this event go down in history. First event of the year. Congratulations, everybody. So, with no further ado, we're going to get this ceremony on a roll. The emotion is huge. I've been watching the live stream every single day. I hope you enjoyed it, the comments. Thank you for all of the support. Let's get the ladies up here. Big round of applause for Check. A big round of applause for Mrs. Joanna Katarina Eding in 3rd position here in Cabo Verde. Coming from Sweden, duotone rider. Joanna, congratulations. I can hear the whistles coming up. Obviously, Joanna, congratulations. Amazing riding. You have been a surprise of entry in this event. You've been in India. We can see your surfing abilities have improved. Let's just sidestep here. So your surfing abilities here at Punta Preta, this is one of the hardest places to ride, and you are standing here at 3rd position. How do you feel?
Thank you everyone for being here, and thank you all for watching. And yeah, it's my first time in Cabo Verde, and I'm really happy to be here. And yeah, I did not expect this, so I'm super stoked. And I had my parents' support here the whole week, and yeah, it couldn't be a better start of this season. Thank you.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Your 3rd position, Joanna Katarina Eding. And now, what a final. In between Inés and Muna, these girls are absolute rippers. The conditions out there, it's double overhead. It's one of the hardest right-handers in the business, and they make it look easy. So coming from Portugal, local here in Punta Preta, Inés Correia. This one. So Inés, felicitaciones. You are a local here, and we can tell you know this Punta Preta off by heart. How does it feel to be in front of all your friends here and to be on 2nd position of the podium here?
Yeah, it's really good. And first of all, I have to thank you for everyone who make me feel like at home. Thank you for all the support. Thank you. And I felt really nice. The condition was perfect.
You can see the balance skill she has. This is why she's such a good kite surfer.
Yeah, we had really nice conditions for almost 1 week, so Ponta Preta just, I think, love us. And thank you for the nature and all the people. Obrigado, gente.
Obrigado, Inés. Congratulations. So yeah, obviously Ponta Preta has loved us to have these conditions, as she was saying, at the first event of the 2019 GKA World Cup is amazing. And with no further ado, this lady needs no introduction. One of the hardest hitting surfers out there, coming all the way from Hawaii, riding for Cabrina, Muna White, your GKA Cape Verdean champion. Muna, once again on top of the podium, congratulations. You were absolutely killing it out there. You were getting 17-point toto, some of the biggest combos we've seen. How does it feel to be here in Cape Verde in front of this crowd with these beautiful conditions and crowning yourself champion for 2019 at this event?
I'm so stoked to be here again. It's been great to come back, and it's great to have all of you guys here watching. I'm so happy we had good conditions for the whole event, and we were able to run here and see Ponta Preta working. It's been amazing. Congrats to Katerina. She's been working so hard this whole year, the last couple years. I'm super proud of her. And to Inez, congrats. She's been ripping the whole event. So yeah, it's been great to be here. Thanks to all the organizers, thanks to the GKA, and thanks to my sponsors and everyone who helped me.
Congratulations. So without further ado, I give you your 2019 GKA Kitesurf World Cup Ponta Preta Isla del Sal Cabo Verde winners. All right, it's the selfie moment. Everybody get your hands up here. We are going to have the selfie from Joanna Catarina Eddy. Let's get a round of applause. Get some noise. Oh, there you go. We got the boost. Now it's starting. I can hear Didi getting excited. Yeah, you're starting to get excited with the champagne. Okay, this is the moment. This is the photo finish. Let's see. Oh! Hey! There you go. Once again, your champions here at Cabo Verde. You can see this is the moment that all of the photographers are getting ready. They want to get that money shot. They want to see the girls getting that top photo. Organizer Josh Silva coming here in the middle. We're just gonna sort out that little podium there. Ines obviously, you know, managing that really well with the band. So he's gonna push it down to China. There you go. Okay, so coming up next, we have the male riders. What a competition, 4 days of action-packed. I think we can easily say that every single heat in this event has been like a final. The conditions have prevailed. We've had good winds, we've had hacks, we've had airs, we've had barrels. We've seen some of the best, I'm gonna go out on a limb, I'm gonna say some of the best, if not the best, kite surfing we've ever seen at a wave spot. And obviously, we have the best guys and girls here, so I want one more time a big round of applause for every single competitor here in Cabo Verde. So, in third position, the powerhouse, the man that has one of the best laid-back cutbacks we've seen at this event. Coming all the way from Australia, James Carew. Yeah. Congratulations, James. Mate, you've been absolutely ripping there, and the smile across your face says it all. You wanted a wave event. You've been on the tour for a couple of years. You're known for your power surf, and we yet haven't had those big waves. You can't complain about what we've had here, mate, and look at yourself standing on the podium. How do you feel?
And yeah, it feels amazing to finally have these waves and the conditions I've been waiting for since the start. And almost didn't make it here, so to be standing up here just makes it even sweeter. So, yeah.
Congratulations, James. Amazing riding. Here you have number 3 at the GKA Kitesurf World Cup, James Carew. A round of applause. Okay. Oh. Okay, Ayrton, me too, not yet. We leave the champagne till later. Ah, there you go. Okay, this is what Cape Verde is about. We want to get the party started. The champagne is start to roll. I mean, Giada, you do deserve a glass of champagne, and Joe as well, so come on. So, what a final. Ayrton Cosolino making it all the way through the double. We could see Mitu sitting on the rocks, eyeing it down. He wanted to defend his title. Both of these guys had some of the best waves we'd ever seen. But in the end, there can only be a one winner. So coming in, second position from Cape Verde, Ayrton Cosolino! There we have the Cape Verdean flag flying high. Mr. Cosolino loving it. That's what we want to see. This is the boy. Ayrton, congratulations, dude. Absolutely amazing riding. So, Ayrton, also, you know, friends, family, you even had your father, Libero, competing in this event. To be on the podium, standing in front of these guys. What have you got to say to these people? Let's get it in Portuguese.
Ok, então bem daquele crioulo. Antes de começar, eu queria falar muito obrigado a Joe por fazer aquele grande esforço para organizar o evento para o segundo ano. E GKA fazer grande evento ali na Cabo Verde, onde casamos de anda na Moon. Nós e Tel. E não tem sorte na Celinha, mãe ali, todos os amigos ali. E, não está dando tudo agora. Me tu fazer grande trabalho. Ele falou-me onde, ele está a aspirar-me lá, na pódio, a mim. Vamos ficar para trás, vamos ficar naquele sexto lugar. Mas me tu falou-me lá, está a aspirar-me agora, que ele dá-me show força. Para jogar ali. E obrigado para tudo, gente. Cabo Verde.
That's what we're talking about. Ayrton, Ayrton, Ayrton. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's what it's about. It's about the passion, it's about the love, it's about the sport of kitesurfing. I think Cape Verde is one of the best examples out there. You guys, it's amazing, and thank you for being such a huge crowd. But now, with no further ado, we are calling yet another Cape Verdean. This man needs no introduction. He has been in kitesurfing forever. He is standing on top of this podium in the first position, and that man is Mitu Monteiro! Look at the smile. You can just see the stoke on his face. Mitu, felicitaciones, tío. Congratulations. Absolutely amazing riding. We could see you did not want to give the keys to the castle away, and you've kept them in your pocket for one more year. Amazing riding. It's as almost like the word the wizard has been thrown out there. It's as if you know this place off by heart. Some of the best kite surfing we've seen. How do you feel being on top of the podium at your home break?
I'm super happy, you know, like to be here. It was not so easy, like many years, like training. Also, like months before I was here, always training. I tried to spend much as possible time on the water. Here, this spot's not so easy, you know, but yeah, I do my best, so I'm here. And I'm super happy to win here in Cape Verde because it's my home spot. And it's not so easy because you have a lot of pressure, you know, for all the, you know, like my people, you know, wait for me. So it was my first time, like my mom saw me compete, you know, so, but I'm so happy and I want to say thanks everyone to be here, support me, and I hope next year we're gonna have the same. And thanks for all the sponsors, Joe Silva, to put this event happen because I know it's not so easy. All the staff also of Joe, so it's so nice. Maltas, obrigado para tudo enquanto, ok? O episódio de suporte foi muito incrível porque tam aquele moral de continuar a trabalhar. E me catei assim, então, obrigado a toda a gente, principalmente a minha família, até a minha mulher, sempre a preparar-me aquela comida assim, para dar-me aquela energia. Que é importante. Toda a gente quer aquele moral. Eu tenho a minha personal trainer também, então obrigado a toda a gente por esse esforço, ok?
There you go, Mitu Monteiro. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your GKA Kitesurf World Cup Cabo Verde 2019 winners! Here you can see all of those guys getting here. This is Matu. He got the 4th position in this event. Just shows the friendship. It shows what these guys are about. It's all about the passion. There they are. They've got the photo finish. Champagne is starting to go out. Let's see, I can see Ayrton, Mitu, all of them are starting to get this party rolling. And I know as soon as we say go, Didi Lopez and the rest of the girls are going to start the dance happening. Oh! So thank you very much, everybody, for this. We are going to have a couple of interviews with some of these riders in a minute, so stay with us and we will get them here so they can tell you the passion, tell you what they want to say, because what an event. This has been amazing. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. That has been an amazing event. We have seen barrels, we've seen hacks. It is incredible what these guys have been doing. So one more time, thank you very much for tuning in. We are gonna say goodbye now here at the first event of the GKA Kitesurf World Tour. It's been a pleasure. I'm Joe Sieschler, and we will see you at the next event.
Tem mais mega do que Megatron. Consiga ter ninguém pra falar, mas já está bom. Olha vídeo só na qualidade, é bom. Acordado no inteiro, só tá baixa som. Tem swag, tem tanto mega como podia abrir um cyber. Boca o cham na WhatsApp, bota o cham na vibe.
Supermod do pod, não se pode swag, supermod no pod. Mistura palco, swag e repeat. Manda 50 meme e repeat. Hoje é tudo se snap e repeat. Se perguntou, liga net e repeat. É power, poder de juventude não se power. Swag é costume, grita power. E bateria quente luz, corta com power. Power aqui na hora de dormir.
Exagera na partilha.
Supermod do pod,
todo vídeo, todo dia.
Supermod do pod,
entrou na fotografia.
Supermod do pod, e não se pode swag, supermod no pod.
Reativa os teus pacotes PST e acumula os teus megas para gastares como quiseres. Exagera nas tuas partilhas, porque tu podes.
Completamos 35 anos. Celebre connosco.
Este é o Carlos.